Hello everyone and welcome to League's Trailblazer Reloaded, the fourth iteration of Leagues in old school RuneScape. For those unfamiliar with Leagues, it is a temporary game mode where every player starts as an Ironman, and progression is sped up with multiple boosts such as 16 times experience rates, drops becoming 5 times more common, and minigames points boosted up to 8 times the normal rates. There are also other boosts in the form of relics. Relics are powerful effects you gain by completing a series of tasks throughout the league. Tasks consist of a large variety of things that you would normally do throughout the game. An easy task could be something as simple as chopping down a normal tree. A hard task could be defeating some mid-level boss like the Cowfight Queen, and a master task would be a truly time-consuming or a difficult challenge such as the Inferno. However, not everything is a boost, as with Leagues, Trailblazers, you are locked within specific regions of your choice. Initially, you start with Mistlin and Karamja, and you are able to unlock 3 additional areas as you complete tasks. So, relics are unlocked from points gained from the tasks, and regions are unlocked just by the amount of tasks that you complete. The goal I have set myself for this league is to achieve the highest rank possible for the tier trophies, the Dragon rank. Normally, the Dragon rank is given to the top 1% of players in the league, but this time they just added a points threshold for each tier, and Dragon is at the top with a grand total of 56,000 points. Now, if it wasn't hard enough to achieve the 56,000 points, I'm adding another challenge to make the game a bit more difficult for myself by only allowing myself to unlock the areas and regions I believe have the worst combinations with each other. And starting out, we have 3 relics to choose from, as when you start, your first relic choice is free. Now for the first relic choice, I think it's an obvious choice for me. Trickster I believe to be the strongest relic in the game by far. Protection Prodigy is a very decent relic. And then Endless Harvest is what I'll be going for, as I feel it is the weakest relic of the 3, but I also feel like it benefits from a AFK game style, and that's just not how I like to play the game. So it's going to be very different for me. This relic could actually work against me in more ways than one. Just as an example, as another way this relic is working against me is at the start there are a lot of tasks I can gain by using the products as soon as I gather them, but unfortunately with Endless Harvest, items are sent directly to my bank. So for starters, we're actually going to go to my bank and fill my entire bank with placeholders, so I actually have a chance to complete some of the tasks without having to make multiple trips to the bank. So that was a bit of the pain, but to start off, I started killing goblins to get base 20 attack strength, and I went for 5 defense. So it was a bit of a grind to start out with. I don't know why I decided to go for 20 attack and strength off the bat, but I did. I will say though, killing all those goblins did give me quite a few tasks. I got a task for killing the goblin, burying the bones, got some combat levels. There was quite a bit that I gained from doing the goblins, including a easy and a beginner clue, which actually is stackable in this league, so that was kind of nice. And then I also got a chef's hat, which is kind of nice for the cooking guild if I ever decide to go there. After getting 20 attack and 20 strength, I went ahead and did a few of the easy tasks like raking a patch. I think I chopped some logs down, and then I made my way over to the ham layer after getting 15 thieving, and that was a grind and a half. If you have Trickster, ham members at the start, very nice. If you don't have Trickster, not very nice. I got kicked out about 20 times trying to get a steel pickaxe, a steel axe, and a knife. I did eventually get all those items, but yeah, I got kicked out quite a few times. After that, I basically finished up all of the tasks I can find around Lumbridge. I think I did a bit of mining, did a bit of fishing, I did a bit of more wood cutting to get 15 wood cutting. I think I went for 20 fishing so I can count trout and salmon at Shiloh Village later. And then I also went ahead and did a little bit of mining at the heavily contested spot in Lumbridge, but with Endless Harvest, it actually wasn't too bad. I was able to get the 10 tin ore and then whatever copper I needed to make some bronze bars. After that, it was time to go to Count Check and get my free teleport to Barbarian Village, where I can get my free 10k from doing the Stronghold of Security, and then also get a pair of colorful boots, as that is also a task for Leagues. After the Stronghold of Security, I ran my way over to Varrock to complete a few tasks there. There was a task to wear Elemental Staff, so I bought a Fire Staff from there. I also bought a Myth Sword, because that was also a task to wear some Myth weaponry. And then I just went around, did a few tasks there, and I decided I didn't have enough thieving punishment by going and doing all those ham members and getting kicked out 20 times. So I decided to, for some reason, get 40 thieving at a tea stall, which took me about an hour. So it was not a good experience, but I did it nonetheless. After spending all that time at a tea stall though, I was able to get enough points to unlock my second relic of the league, which I decided to go with Fairy Flight. Is this the best relic for me, or is this the worst relic for me? I'm still not 100% sure. We'll decide that based on the areas I choose, and I have some really good areas planned out to make it as bad as possible for me, and I can't wait to share that with you once we get to our first area. After getting the magic mushroom, I decided to go ahead and do the museum since I was in the area. Got a free 25 Slayer and 25 Hunter. That was pretty big. After that, decided to complete Romeo and Juliet again because I was in the area. And then I decided to embark on a major mining grind again in Varrock. I don't know why I keep doing these major grinds very early on the leagues, but I did it nonetheless. I should mention though, with my endless resource relic and then also having a steel pickaxe, I kind of destroyed the competition. Like I was able to outmine pretty much everyone there. It wasn't even that bad, even though it was quite crowded. With the mining 50 iron ore task completed, I decided to finish up Varrock by buying a house there and putting it in Karamja, which I think is the only place you can put it with only 2 areas unlocked. And then I decided to head to Karamja myself. Inside Karamja, there wasn't a crazy amount of tasks I could complete. I started off by going inside of my POH, which was its own task, and then I built a room in there which cost another 1000 GP, which is quite expensive, but it was a task. Then I went over to Luthis, which you have to fill 15 bananas in a crate, and it was like the first time ever I saw every single banana was picked off of the banana trees. It was actually pretty funny. I think after that, I picked a pineapple tree, tried to flinch a moss giant, which I failed to do. I bought a torch from a general store, lit that, it was its own task. I bought something from a charter member, that was its own task. And then I got a Slayer task and bought a few Slayer items, which were all their own task, and decided to AFK fish there in Shiloh Village. Before starting the fishing grind though, I did end up unlocking a new area after getting my first Slayer task, which I ended up choosing the Wilderness. The 3 areas I want to choose for this grind is going to be Desert, Tarimwin or Elf City or Prifdis, whatever you want to call it, and the Wilderness. The reason I'm choosing those 3 specifically, they are very difficult to navigate, they don't have a lot of teleports options, and specifically those 3 area unlocks will give you 0 herb patches. So herb lore, farming, those are going to be very difficult skills for me to train, which is kind of why I chose the Fairy's Flight. I think with those 3 areas combined, I unlock 3 new farm patches. That's it. 3 new areas gives me 3 new farm patches. Wilderness has 0, Desert has 1, which is right next to the Dueling Ring teleport, so it's not even that good. And I think Prif and Laletya have a farming patch each to themselves, so I don't even really do that much with mushroom relics, so that is why I chose it, and I hope you can see now why I do think my mushroom relic isn't good for my areas, but I do think that relic is a very strong relic. After unlocking the Wilderness, I went ahead and got 30 fishing, and then after getting 30 fishing, I went ahead and fished 50 salmon, which is actually pretty fast with the Endless Harvest relic, so it is okay for a decent few things. It's not like the relic is completely worthless. It was kind of nice for fishing. After the fishing grind though, I was kind of out of money, so I decided to sell a few things to the general store and head back to Lumbridge. When I was back in Lumbridge, there was a few things I could do, like complete the cook's assistant since I had all 3 items in my bank already. Then I decided to use the range a little bit because I think that's its own task. I decided to do some other tasks that were like too populated. I think there's like a tree and a potato heel or whatever, and it took me a little bit to get that. I did sheep shear while I was there, and then I went to Draenor to get a bunch of the Draenor tasks done. I wanted to get a bunch of the smithing tasks, but unfortunately I only had like enough for bronze bars, so I just did the bronze bar tasks. I think I made a bronze full helm and a bronze plate skirt. After that, I think I ran some laps around Draenor. There was like 4 or 5 tasks there. That was pretty nice. Went into Draenor Manor. Entering the Manor was its own task. Having a chair follow you was its own task. And there's also a spade in there. Decided to grab that because I didn't have a spade yet. And after completing a few more tasks in Draenor, I got the final task needed to unlock my 3rd relic, which the final task was a wise old man task, and it had me get 15 wool, so it was a bit annoying. I had to like go to the sheep again, shear them, and it was balls of wool, so I had to go and make them into balls of wool. But as soon as I gave it to the wise old man, I was able to unlock my 3rd tier of relics. Now for the 3rd tier of relics, I think both of these relics are extremely powerful, Fire Sale and Banknote, but I think it's pretty obvious that Banknote kind of works against the Endless Harvest, which is another reason I kind of chose it, the Endless Harvest relic that is. You know, Endless Harvest sends stuff to my bank already, so it kind of doesn't really stack up well with banknotes, where you kind of want to instead just chop a tree and then use your banknotes on it. It's kind of the same thing. Not exactly, because you do get double the resources with Endless Harvest, but it's not good synergy is what I'm trying to say. It really isn't. Now, it is a very powerful relic. I'm not denying that, but I do believe Fire Sale is a more powerful relic. I was running out of money all the time throughout this episode. It was really bad. I think I end this episode with literally 0 GP. Very not good there, and the biggest thing why I didn't choose Fire Sale is once you unlock the Elf City, you can just instantly buy the Elven Crown, which is 250 mil. You can wear that for 400 points, and I think you can also die with it like above 20 Wilderness, and it just turns into 30 mil GP. Not that you need money anyway with Fire Sale, but it still seems like a very, very powerful relic, way more powerful than Banknote. I was completely fine with ending the episode there, just getting the third relic and then start the next episode trying to go for the fourth relic in the second area. But I had two more goals that I really wanted to do for the first episode, and I'll just tell you now, since I'm recording in advance, they both fell through. They were both terrible ideas. The first was to do Tears of Guthics to get my range level up. I trained every other skill except for range in order to try to just boost that with Tears of Guthics, but it turns out you need 43 quest points, and with the Wilderness unlock, which is why it's so bad, you only got 37, so that was unable to be done. The second idea I had, which wasn't really a bad idea per se, it just didn't work out exactly as I was hoping, was I had a decent amount of like fire strike casts. I think I had enough to cast like 400 strikes. So I decided to teleport to the Enchanted Valley because you can kill tree spirits there, and the tree spirits have a 1 in 32 chance to drop a rune axe. There's like a task to wear a rune item, there's a task to cut a tree with the rune axe, and it's honestly my best in slot axe unless I decide to unlock the Infernal Gathering axe, which I might end up doing. We'll figure that out later. But as I mentioned, we did not get the rune axe. We did, however, get a Mythal Axe and an Adamant Axe, so that's not a complete fail. And I also got quite a few Nature Runes. I believe I ended with 88 Nature Runes, so it wasn't a complete failure going to this place. But yeah, after that, I decided to just AFK some wood cutting. I started at Willows, and here I am live present cutting some yew logs. Since then, I've done a few forestry tasks, and we're now up to 530 points until next relic, so I guess 1470 total, and we're up to 95 tasks completed. And after realizing I had my mic muted for the first couple hours of Leagues, I was able to fix it and have a much more enjoyable live commentary for the rest of the video. We're starting this episode with 500 total while AFKing the huge trees I was at last time. We got our first level 70 stat with woodcutting as well. I decided I'm going to continue AFKing. For whatever reason, I decided to AFK even harder all the way to 75 woodcutting, which means I can now cut down magic trees. I'm not going to do that right now, but it is nice to get that level. Doing all that AFK woodcutting gave me a lot of logs in the bank, which I can process to get even more points. So let's start with that before we start heading into the wilderness. I think one of the first things I want to do is go ahead and fletch a bunch of arrow shafts. Let's try to get up to 20 fletching. If I don't have enough here, I'll just chop some normal logs. I get 2 per chop and they go straight to my bank, so it shouldn't be too hard to gather up a lot of logs. There's a task completed, fletch 1000 arrow shafts, that's kind of nice. There we are, up to 20 fletching, so we can now start using oak logs and start making them into oak short bows. And with 24 fletching means we can now fletch oak stalks, which is actually its own league task, fletching 25 oak stalks, so let's go ahead and get that one done. And there is the league task, so now we can continue fletching normal stuff. I guess I'll go to oak longbows, because I think I have the level for that now. 35 fletching, so I can now start fletching willow logs, but before I do that, I think I also want to go ahead and train my fire making along with my fletching. And I believe lighting 100 willow logs is a task, so let's go ahead and get up to 30 fire making and do that. There is 30 fire making. Got the 100 willow task done, but unfortunately I didn't get as many willows as I thought I did, so I'm up to 298 willows. I do hope that is enough to get me up to 60 fletching, but it probably isn't. I'm going to just see what this gets me. While I was fletching the willow stuff, I decided to make a willow shield because I think wearing one is actually a task, but apparently it's 30 defense, so we'll save that for later. Use most of the willow logs, get us up to 50 fletching, but I have quite a few longbow yews that I can sell, so I think I'm going to go and grab all that I have and then try to sell them at the Crumpler shop because I think it has a higher high out value there. So yeah, if I sell the stuff here, it looks like I get a lot more bang for my buck, and I do believe I can like sell 5 and then exit the shop, or actually it looks like the stock doesn't actually change, so I can just spam sell 5 and yeah, the stock doesn't actually change, so I can get quite a bit of money here. There we go, we now have 12.6k, which is actually quite a bit because we had basically nothing at the end of the last episode, so I'll take that. Kind of a random task coming in here, mine 15 coal. I was thinking since I was going ahead and processing a lot of items in my bank, I found some more items I wanted to process. It's just one problem. I only have 1 coal, and I'd really like to process some of this iron ore with some coal to make some steel bars, as making just a steel bar is a task. I think it's like 10 steel bolts is a task. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that coal and then process this iron ore and get a bunch more tasks that I missed out on last time. Here's our first task from processing, smelt an iron bar. Processed all of the iron except for 1, and I processed all of the bronze into actual things, but I still have 21 bronze bars that hopefully should get me enough to get up to 30 smithing. There is a league task for smithing 150 iron arrow tips. I think the rest of the iron bars I'm going to turn into money though. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm like 3 iron bars short of what I want to. So yeah, I'll probably try to get 3 iron bars just by mining some iron and then smithing it real quick. There we are. This is going to be 30 smithing. So now all I got to do is go ahead and make a steel bar, and that is its own task. There is the steel bar task completed. Now we can once again sell all the items that we do not need. And now that we have a little bit of money, we can spend a little bit of money. First off, I think I want to buy enough feathers to use all these arrow shafts and also the 150 arrow tips because that is a task. There is the fletch 150 iron arrows task completed. I think the next task I want to go ahead and do is a slayer task, and I already have my slayer task, which is 32 cows, but before I do it, I want to buy a bug lantern because I think at 33 Slayer, you can wear it. I don't know if I'll get that from the cows though. We'll just find out, I guess. Cow Slayer task has been completed. Unfortunately, it didn't get me anywhere near the Slayer level I need to wear the Harpy Bug Lantern, but it did give me a few prayer levels, which means I can now do this and get another League task. The final bit of processing I want to do, I'm grabbing a bunch of food because what I'm planning to do next, which is actually go back to the wizards I tried the first episode, probably going to require a lot of food. First time I tried to kill them, I took a lot of damage, but I have a higher magic now and a higher defense, so we'll see how it goes this time. Before I go to the Wizard's Tower though, just in case the Lesser Demon there is actually free, I do want to just go ahead and stock up on a bunch of Mind and Air Runes, and I'll also need them later on when we head to the Wilderness. Well, it seems like the Wizards are being heavily camped, so yeah, we'll leave this for later. I think it's time we stop stalling and we head to the Wilderness. The first 2 Wilderness tasks I'm going to do don't even really involve me being in the Wilderness much. It's just wear a team cape, which you can buy right here. I always go for the black and red one. I think it looks cool. So there's that one done. And I think I just used the lever here and then teleport back, and that should get another task done. Yep, and there is the lever task completed. Now I think I am ready to take on some dragons. Got the anti-dragon shield, Staff of Fire, 900 charges of this. I have my Mythal Sword to slash through the web. Let's see how this goes. All right, here is the first lava dragon kill. What are we going to get lucky with? And it looks like we just get coins. That's probably the worst drop I could have gotten. But we defeated the lava dragon, which is a medium task. And then I believe burying these bones here is also a medium task. But that gives you a lot of prayer XP. That is awesome. This is going to be the last lava dragon for me. And then I'm going to head over, kill a green dragon. That is a task to kill any chromatic dragon. And then after that, go ahead and use all the bones on the altar. Should maybe get us all the way up to smite. I think protect melee is a task. Using any bones on that altar is a task. It should be very good. Actually, I still haven't killed a moss giant yet, which I need that task. And plus, if you killed him in the wilderness, I think you have like double chance of getting the mossy key. And I would definitely like a mossy key so I can get the Brio Fada task. Moss giant defeated. There's our green dragon kill, which should be its own task. It is very nice. Now we get to use a lot of bones here at the Chaos Altar. But before I do think it is a task to like restore some prayer points. Let me get some stuff going here. So there's the restore prayer point task done. And let's just, let's not bury the bones. Let's go ahead and start using it on the Chaos Altar. Sacrifice some bones. That is a medium task. And I can now unlock my tier 4 relic. That is awesome. But we're not done yet. We're going to use all the bones that we have. B2 prayer. I got unlucky, I think, on the bones. I think I could have gotten 43 if I was a little luckier. But that's not bad at all. Is any of these like a task? Protect range? I think it's protect melee. So just one off there. I decided to kill one more green dragon just to see if I could actually get the prayer level I'm looking for. I do have to save this bone if I want to get it, and unfortunately I'm not. Yeah, if I would have saved that, I would have gotten just 40 XP away with one more cast, so that is a little unfortunate. However, we didn't get the prayer level, but we are able to unlock a new relic, so let's go into our relics, and I do not think I need to be at the bank of this one. It's very obviously not going to be the top or the bottom, going straight for the middle, the Brawler's Resolve. That is going to give me really fast attack speed with melee. Looks like charges are saved. I don't think I have any charges. Immune to status effects, 10% crit, and then melee accuracy is increased by 50%. And my defense is increased by a lot as well. So this is going to be very good. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Brawler's Resolve. And since we're in the wilderness, I may as well get the test out on the Chaos Dwarfs over here. I actually don't have Protect from melee like we just saw, so I don't know how bad this is going to go. But yeah, 2-tick attack speed. That's very good. My accuracy should be increased, and my defense should also be increased. The attack speed's awesome, but yeah, we're not hitting too much, but we have infinite food, so we should be fine. Entering the Furrow Enclave is its own task, and I think if I order a drink at the pub, it's also a task. I don't know what the pub is, though. Okay, I found the pub. Wasn't too hard to find, and I think I talked to someone who looks like a bartender. I guess it would be this guy, and I order a drink. There we are. Order a drink at the Old Knight. Now, we did just lock another relic, but we also extremely close, only 16 tasks away from another area. So I'm just going to look through this task list, see if I can find 16 easy tasks to do. And yeah, let's see if we can get that. Okay, I figured it out. You have to enter the abyss and go through an altar. So this, there you go, should be the task, 40 points. Using the bank at the Mage Bank should be its own task. There we go. Entering the Deep Wilderness Dungeon is its own task, and there's also a task for killing a fire giant in here, but I will have to go all the way around, and I'm not even 100% sure I can do it with these stats and gear, so I'll leave that one for later. Apparently teleporting using law runes is its own task, and that is true. That's good. Completing one lap of the Varrock Agility course should be its own task. Very nice. Surprised I haven't done this one yet, but just entering Xanaris is another task. Catching an Impling inside Puro is a task. Very nice. Getting a Slayer assignment from Vanaka should be its own task. 52 spiders is actually not even a bad task either. Using the barge to go to the Fossil Island should be its own task. Very nice. This should unlock the full Mycelium transport system, which is another task. Completing Vampire Slayer is its own task. There we are, and it should give me quite a bit of attack XP, which gets me all the way to 41 attack. That's actually pretty good. That's insane. I think just wearing any adamant weapon is a task, so that's very good. Almost forgot to pet the dog here at the museum camp. That's its own task. Very nice. There's a task completed, churning some butter. We're now only 2 tasks away from unlocking our next area. Building a waka canoe, and now we're 1 task away. And the final task, kill 3 chickens within 6 seconds, which was pretty easy with the new combat relic I have. I can now unlock a new area. Choice is going to be between Tier 1 and Desert. I think I will go with the Elf area. Desert has quite a few early game unlocks that are pretty good. You have like the Spirit of League quest, quite good. Giant's Foundry is quite insane. Guardians of the Rift is very, very good as well. And then you can't forget Temporis, which would be absolutely insane, especially with the relics I have. So I think Tier 1 is the worst out of them. There's really isn't that much I can do. It'll help me get into like early bosses. Like maybe I can do normal Gauntlet if I get my stats up a little bit. It also has like a Rune Scimitar's shop, which is pretty decent. Oh, you can go to the Underground Pass as well. I didn't know that. Task wise, not too sure. Let's just go for it though. I'll have to unlock it anyway. There we go. We now are able to go to Tier 1, so I guess let's go check it out. I have made it to Prif. The good news is I finally have a flower and allotment patch. The bad news is I still don't have an herb patch, and I'll never have an herb patch, but it is something. I think I also have like a silk stall here, so I can like steal some silk. I think that's like a base task. We'll see how many tasks I can get around in this area. To get started, let's try to go ahead and steal from the silk stall. If I spam click, can I get one? I can. Now we gotta run away because these guys are some high level guards. Talking to this elfine is a task. Very nice. Using the bank in Letya is a task, and not only that, but I should mention that there are some flax here, so I'm gonna spend a little bit picking a little bit of flax because that's gonna be very useful for bowstrings in the future. Okay, after looking at the task list, Prif was definitely the worst one to unlock, and it was not even close. Yeah, there's like no tasks I can do. I guess I'm gonna just head back to Prif, look at the shops. Maybe I can buy like a Rune Scimitar. Maybe I can figure something out. I was feeling a little lost on what to do, so I just decided to get a clue scroll all the way. I was actually able to complete it first try, which I didn't expect. Maybe we can get a unique first try as well. That is a unique, I think. Yeah, gaining a unique from an easy clue. Also a studded body, which is kind of nice. With the flags from Letya, I should be able to make this oak short bow, which is a task, and then I should also be able to make this willow short bow, which is a task. So a little few tasks there. One thing I did just realize though, since I now have Prif unlocked, means I have a lot of quests unlocked, which means I can now go ahead and do the Tears of Gothics I was able to do in the first episode. However, after further thinking, Herblore is going to be the hardest skill for me to train, and I think it's not even going to be close. So I think I should just get my range level up to 5, go and then get my Herblore with Tears of Gothics, which should boost it by quite a bit. A pretty big task, 750 total. I'm just here doing the Slayer task still while training my range. Got up to 16 range, which is 715 total. Now that Herblore is our lowest skill, let's go ahead and tell a story to Juna and get that Herblore XP. With the 69 quest points, I was able to get 46 tiers. I'm pretty happy with that. Could have been a little better, could have been a little worse. Hopefully the Herblore XP is good though. 4k Herblore gets me to 19 Herblore. I'm pretty happy about that. That's actually not too bad. Now that I have Prif unlocked, I actually have an herb shop, so I'm going to go ahead and create my first attack potions. This might also be enough to get me up to 20 Herblore. Yep, first attack potion and 20 Herblore, not bad. Since I am just a little down bad on money, I'm going to go ahead and sell some stuff, probably get rid of all the death runes I have, a little bit of the nature's, a little bit of the lava runes. Now that I have about 5k to spend, I'm going to put it all back into the good old fire strikes. Another task I'm still surprised I haven't done yet is enter the Cook's Guild. This should be a task. Very nice. I ended up waiting in line for the Lesser Demon, and it looks like I'll get both of those tasks. Not too bad. After killing the Lesser Demon, I decided to camp down here for the Blue Wizard, and I got the Blue Wizard hat, and now I just got the Rose, which is a task. It's actually a medium task, but I still need the Water Talisman, so I'm going to stay here until I get that. Actually, I just realized, since I have the Wilderness unlocked, I actually don't need to get a Water Talisman, because I can just use Abyss Rune Crafting. So let's just do all the rune crafting I need to do for tasks through the Abyss. Let's fly through these tasks really fast. This should be craft any rune. And then if we go through, I think it's 2 more notes. This should be craft 50 water runes. And then if I just go through the rest of these pure essence here, craft 200 essence into runes. So 3 tasks knocked out back to back to back. So after completing all those tasks, I think I've kind of like formulated a game plan I want to go for right now. I think I want to head back to the tree spirits, tree dryads, whatever they are, and go for that rune axe. Fortunately for me, before I made it to the tree dryads, someone scattered out a star, and I believe I just mined 1 little star dust here. It'll actually give me 80 points as a task. Well, that didn't take long at all. 2 kills in, and we've already got our rune axe. So yeah, wearing that should be a task. And then I think if I cut a tree with it, it should also be a task. And now with the rune axe, it is time to do some more AFK wood cutting. There is the task for chopping a log with some rune axe, but I'm going to need a lot of willow logs in order to get up to 60 fire making and 65 fletching. There we are, 60 fire making, so let's go ahead and get those 100 yew logs burnt. And here is the 100 U-log task completed. That's nice 80 points there. I was looking at some tasks and there are some that I can kind of just do right this second. For example, just casting a blast spell is a task. And also just casting high level alchemy is also a task. So there is 2 medium tasks, which gives me 80 more points. Missed an easy task in Prif. Just ringing all the bells is a nice 40 points. Another free task that I missed, 100 teak logs here in Prif. Used all the willow logs I had stocked up, which unfortunately 60 fletching is not enough to actually use the yew logs that I have here. But I do think all of these unfinished bows is just worth enough money where I should get the money that I need for the rune scimitar to start Slayer. I think that's what I want to do. So let me grab that plus anything else I think I can sell in my bank and see how much money we actually have. Finished selling all of my unstrung bows, and I see the ruined scimitar in the shop. I have not price checked it yet. It is 38k. Okay, so I might need a little bit more money. Actually, I think there's a ruined sword in the Champions Guild. Let me try the Champions Guild instead, because if it's a little cheaper than that, I'll go for that. Yeah, that's a lot better. The ruined sword here is 20.8k. It gives me a little bit extra cash because there's a couple things I actually wanted to buy. I did say a couple things, but really I just needed to buy these studded chaps because I did get a studded body earlier off of a clue, and then all I need to do is get 20 range real quick, and then I'll be able to wear both of those, and that is a league task. There's the 20 range, so I can go ahead and wear the studded body and chaps, get that league task, and I can finish this guy off with the ruined sword. 55 hill giants, that's kind of nice, because if I get a giant key, I can go ahead and kill Obor for a task. Well, I'll speak about that luck. The first kill I get here is actually a giant's key, so that's actually great. So I'll go ahead and do that Obor task pretty much right after this one, because I will get 43 prayers, so I'll have that to go in there. I'll have infinite food for Obor, so I'll have no problem there. And yeah, so killing an Obor shouldn't be zero problem at all. Actually, it should probably count as a Slayer task too, so I should probably just do my last hill giant kill as an Obor. 50 combat, that is a very, very big milestone, and I also got 30 defense, which is another big milestone because whenever I go to the bank, that means I can finally wear that willow shield that I made earlier for a task. I don't know if this is or isn't a task, but maybe if I drink the strength potion, okay, it is a task, that's interesting, so there's an extra task there. 3 hill giants left, and I got 3 giant keys, so let's go ahead and finish up the last 3 on Obor. We got our first Obor kill, and we actually do get a combat achievement, so that means I do get the medium task there, and I also get the medium task for completing Obor, and I got another giant's key, so I get to do another extra Obor after I complete the Slayer task. 24? Well, there's my second Obor kill. I died. We got our second kill at Obor, but man, these kills are hard, and we got another Giant's Key, so I guess we get to keep killing Obor. But honestly, I can't keep killing Obor because I'm out of food now, so I'm just gonna kill one more Hill Giant. But yeah, unfortunately, no crazy drops. I guess Law Runes is decent, big bones. And Hill Giant task completed. Now that I have 30 defense, I should be able to wear the Willow Shield. And now that I have 33 Slayer, I should be able to wear Harpy's Bug Lantern. So it's 2 tasks knocked out there, 1 easy, 1 medium, so I have 50 points. I did also get some potato seeds while doing the Hill Giant task, so I should be able to plant my first seeds in an allotment, which is a task, but I think I can also protect them because it's like a cheap protection. Yeah, to protect potatoes, it's 2 buckets of compost, and you can literally buy compost from the guy, so yeah, just ask, and there we go. We got a 2 task back to back. May as well just go ahead and get the next relic, as it'll make my XP 5x to 8x, and that will just be better for the Slayer training in general. 10 laps of Varrock, and that will get me 40 points there. And I have a bunch of 40-point tasks that I want to knock out. Panning for a Jade, another 40-point task. And then the next 2 40-point tasks, I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 achievement diaries that I'm very close to. The first diary I was going to do is the Karamja Easy, but since I was in the area, I figured I may as well kill a Zar creature since it is a task. Easy Karamja diary completed, so let's go ahead and claim that reward. Of course, the Antique Lamp is going to go on Herblore, which is going to be 8,000 Herblore XP. That's a lot of Herblore XP. Did not think that works, but apparently if you're mining a gem rock, obtaining a gem while mining counts. Now I'm working on some of the Lumbridge diaries, and I saw that there's a wall beast here, so get that task out of the way. There is the Easy Drainer and Lumbridge diary completed. Another nice Herblore reward, this time 20,000 experience. That's quite a bit better. 39 Herblore, and I really haven't even trained it much. I was looking at some free tasks, and I saw that just killing an elf is its own task, so that's a pretty free one. Here's another task completed, successfully cutting a red topaz out of my bank. We now have all of the Varrock Easy Diaries completed, so only 3 more medium tasks to go. Another medium task, 50 Cosmic Rune crafted. Now I only have 2 more to go. 1 more medium task completed, Soul's Bane. I guess we only have 1 more to go, which I think I'm going to do the Wilderness Easy Diary for that. By entering the KDBD layer, I have completed all of the Wilderness Easy tasks. So let's go ahead and teleport, I guess, anywhere really. Time to unlock our new relic. Let's go into our relic choices and see what we have to choose from. Treasure Seeker, Bloodthirsty, or Infernal Gathering. So which of these is the worst relic out of the three? I think Treasure Seeker is very easily the best, especially if you're going for something like points. Just a lot of clue tasks. I haven't even done too many clues. I think I've done one easy so far. This gives a lot of very, very good benefits. And there's this final effect. Chance while opening the casket, you receive another one. That's insane. Bloodthirsty kind of isn't needed, and it isn't as good as it was last time where you can choose your own tasks, but there is a 25% chance a superior monster will come into a Bloodthirsty version, which gives like, I think, what, more XP and more rolls on the creature's non-unique drop table, plus its own unique drop table, so that's actually pretty good. And then you have Infernal Gathering, which gives tools that like are one tick faster. It'll give you an Infernal Harpoon, basically, an Infernal Pickaxe, and an Infernal Axe. So it's very, very decent. I think what makes the most sense for me to choose, being the worst of course, is the Infernal Gathering. Since my gathering skills are already very, very good, buffing them more probably isn't that good, I think. That's my thought process. It is close between the two of them. I think the thing that really pushes this relic over the edge of being bad for me personally is because I have Prif unlocked. So I already get crystal tools anyway. If I decide to do Volcano, get a crystal tool seed, making my own crystal tools. Because these act like crystal tools with an infernal benefit as well. All three tools have the same bonus as crystal to your tools. So the fact that I can already get crystal tools without this, I can at least get the crystal harpoon from Temple Ores and the tool seed from Volcano, and you can get the dragon pickaxe from Volcanic Mine. The axe I can never get, but I already have a rune axe as well, so it's like, I do feel like this is the worst. So I guess we'll choose that one, Infernal Gathering, and we should get 3 new weapons here. The Trailblazer Harpoon, the Trailblazer Axe, and the Trailblazer Pickaxe. And now that we've progressed into the next tier of relics, we now get 12 times XP, so we can now claim the XP lamps that we got from the Varrock Easy and the Wilderness Easy and get 30,000 herb lore instead. That's an insane amount of XP. And then we get another 30,000 herb lore, puts us up to 50 herb lore, a skill that was going to be very hard to train for us. Getting all the way to 50 is a very, very big benefit. I guess it also means I can like complete a task that I think it's like clean and Avento. So yeah, that's a free points there. Ended it off getting the Infernal tools, or I guess the Trailblazer tools, the Infernal tools. And as you can see, I've been taking advantage of them. That's a lot of XP, as you can see there. Here's what's happened since last time. And all I've been doing is AFKing a bunch of willows to get up to 75 fire making. And after that, I decided to just chop a little bit of magic trees to get the burn 1 magic log task. So I got that task done. And then after that, I pretty much went here and got a bunch of the fishing tasks done. I think it was like fish and cook 100 lobsters. And I got that task done with the Infernal Harpoon or Trailblazer Harpoon. It like sends it straight to your bank. As you can see here, I have over 1,000 swordfish and 1,000 tuna. It's just been sent straight to my bank. I get 2 at a time and it gets cooked instantly. So maybe choosing the Trailblazer tools was not the worst relic. Forethought. I was absolutely for sure thinking that the Slayer relic was very, very good, but the fact that you can't choose your own task is probably what makes it worse. So maybe if I could choose it over again, I may have chose the Slayer relic, but it's hard to say for sure. For example, when I was trying to chop some magic logs and some willow logs, if I wanted to keep some willow logs to like fletch, for example, if I needed 65 fletching for use, or if I wanted to fletch some magics, I actually have to drop or destroy this thing to actually like use the Ruin Axe to keep my logs, for example. I can't really go back on my choices, so I have the Trailblazer or the Infernal Gathering relic, and we'll see if it is or isn't worse towards the end. I do want to get into some Slayer, which is, again, another reason why I was thinking the Slayer relic would be super good, and I don't really like AFKing. It's just, I kind of have to AFK while I'm editing. Let's get into the tasks for this episode. I've already gained quite a few tasks just AFKing here. One of the easiest tasks that I forgot to get out of the way last time is to actually just cook a rabbit anywhere in Prif, or just anywhere in the Elflands, so there's that task done. I believe there's a task to charter to, what is it, Port Tyrus while here at this task. Oh my god, 3,200 gold. And this is just an easy task. Please, okay, God, I didn't see the pop-up, so I thought I did it wrong and just wasted 3,200 gold. That is way too expensive. But yeah, in this episode, I mentioned I really want to get into Slayer, and that is absolutely true. So pretty much want to get straight into that because there are a lot of tasks that are involved into Slayer. But one thing I do want to show you, I think I kind of just briefly glanced over it, is especially with these banknotes, if we head into our bank here, we can also just like unnote the food while we're doing Slayer. So that's going to be big as well. I didn't notice this last time, but the Trailblazer tools are actually decent weapons. 1 strength bonus to 43 strength bonus. And then if we take out our ruined sword, which was pretty much our best in slot last time, it's actually better than a ruined sword, and it's a 2-tick attack speed, just like the ruined sword would be. So yeah, there's no reason to use a ruined sword anymore. I don't know what the closest Slayer Master for me is going to be. I just went Cheldar because it's close to a Fey Ring. I guess that's one benefit. If I did have that Slayer relic, I would be able to get a task anywhere. 65 bears. I guess we can do that in the wilderness since there is a chance of getting Lauren's keys, I believe. Very early on in this task, and we actually do get a Lauren's key. I need to open that pretty much right after this task because Lauren's keys have a very big potential to give you some very big items, including like Dagon High as a task, and honestly, I just really want some alchemables. Bear task completed. Let's go ahead and open this Lauren's key. Please, I'm hoping for either a coin drop or any of the Dagonoth pieces would be very good, or a Ruinite armor drop. Any of those 3 would be amazing. What are we gonna get? Dragon arrow tips. Can I alch these for a decent amount of money? That's not that good, I guess. Okay, that is good and bad at the same time. 166 revenants. That is the task I wanted for money, but I do need 100k to enter there first. I got a little bit of money with the Dragon Arrow tips, but that's not enough. I think I found a way to get that 100k that I need to get the Revenant tasks unlocked, basically. So I'm going to high alch the rest of these, which should get me about 50k, and then I'm going to go ahead and do 1 game of Soul Wars. Doing a game of Soul Wars is a task, or actually I think you have to win the game of Soul Wars, so I guess I'll do my best to try to win. And if we win that game, we'll get a decent amount of points. Opening 1 Soul Wars crates has a very good chance of getting me enough gold, 50k, whether it's like pure essence I can craft into stuff. There's a very good chance of getting 100k. Let's go ahead and do 1 game of Soul Wars. Well, I got lucky. I got carried by my team, and we ended up winning the first game. It looks like I get 220 Zeal tokens. Honestly, is that even enough to get a box? Let's see if we go to... Oh, wait, I forgot. You get like way more points than you do normally. 220 is a lot. 7 Spoils of War. That should be plenty of money. So let's open 1, and that's already probably enough money with the Blood Runes and Diamonds. Shark's kind of useless. 2. Soul Runes, very good. Rune Arrows for later. Torstol is completely useless for me. Pure Essence is big for me, so getting 3 of those is awesome. Adamant Arrows, coins, and a Rune Plate Body. I can actually wear the Rune Plate Body, can't I? That's awesome. I'm hoping these Blood Runes sell for a decent amount, 220, and then yeah, it'll stay stock, so I'm hoping this is enough to get into the Rev Cave. It looks like it will be. And I'll just alch the rest for the 100k. And yeah, let's go ahead and start doing our Rev task. We have our 100k cash. We are skulled. Enter the Rev caves. Oh, it didn't actually take 100k. And there's a superior in the cave, but I definitely can't kill that. I'm going to start with the imps, work my way up, and see what I can and can't kill. Oh, there's a task completed. 5 collection log slots. I guess the Revenant Cave Teleports is a collection log. Didn't even see the drop, but I did just get a Bracelet of Ethereum. I think if I put that and I actually wear it, it is another leaks task, and it also prevents me from taking a lot of damage from these guys. There's a pretty decent drop, a Dragon Plate Skirt. I definitely think it is a task to wear one of these, so we'll keep it for now, but that is 160k alch when I want it. Right after I got the Dragon Plate Skirt drop, I got a 6 Magic Seed drop, which I believe is on like the Revenant unique table, so that's unfortunate, fortunate. It's gonna be good XP in the future, but for now it's just 6 Magic Seeds. I just hit 60 attack, which means I can now wear dragon weaponry, so I'm going to take a small break from here and try to achieve a dragon longsword, which is a bit of a process, but it also will unlock another item for me. So to explain the process to get the dragon longsword, the only place that I know that sells a dragon longsword with the areas that I currently have unlocked would be Xanaris, and in order to get into the Xanaris area, I do need a cut diamond, not an uncut diamond. In order to cut a diamond, I'm going to need some crafting levels, and to get crafting, it is pretty decently hard with the relics I currently have unlocked and the areas I currently have unlocked. However, I do have this flax here, so I feel like it's a perfect opportunity. Pick some flax, get enough to get all the way to crafting level to cut a diamond, then I can enter Xanaris and go ahead and buy myself a dragon longsword. 43 crafting, we can now cut a diamond. Here we are, we can now buy a dragon longsword, and we may as well buy a dragon dagger as well. I think it is a league task to wear one of those things. And I figure now is actually a good time to go ahead and craft an amulet of strength. However, that will require an amulet mold, which is not the easiest thing in the world to get, but if you were to create a tool storage inside of your house, you can go ahead and get one. That will require some oak planks and some decent construction levels. So I think right now, I'm going to go ahead and get the Daddy's Home mini quest done. After doing Daddy's Home, get some construction levels, train my construction until I can build the tool storage in order to store myself some amulet molds, grab an amulet mold, and make myself a ruby amulet, enchant it, and then I'll have an amulet of strength. Finish the Daddy's Home mini quest. I used all the resources I have and it got me a high enough construction to build all of the tool storages so I can go ahead and click the amulet mold and pretty much every mold in the game. Time to make the amulet of strength, and also a ring of dueling is a task, or I guess just an emerald ring. I'll make it into a ring of dueling later. There is the one task, and then I need 50 crafting to make that one. 50 crafting, that was easy work from Letya, so now let's go ahead and make that amulet. There's the ruby amulet, string it, and there we are. We now have a ruby amulet and an emerald ring, but I do have to go and enchant those. That's also a task. We can enchant the ruby ring, which gives us the amulet of strength plus 10 strength bonus, which is really good with our melee relic and the dragon longsword now. And we have a dragon dagger. Now we can finish that rev task and probably even go to a higher level revenant. There's a task I wasn't looking at. Slay 250 creatures. Well, there's my first real unique, an ancient crystal. Too bad that's like actually useless for me. I'm pretty sure you need marble blocks to make like the obelisk in your house, but it's unique. I think it outs for 150k too. I guess it's something. No, oh my god, another freaking ancient crystal, man. If I actually had Fremi unlocked, I'd be like somewhat happy about this, I guess, because it's probably a master task, seeing how rare these things are. I genuinely think it's like the same chance of hitting the weapons table. That was a long task, but the revenant task is finally completed. 209,000 XP, as you can see there, and I got a bunch of stats from that. 73 strength, 60 attack, 60 defense. There's bunch of tasks I can just knock out easily now, but let's go ahead and get a new task first. Chaldar, next task we have bears. That's gonna be a fast one, but I'm gonna save that one for later. Let's go ahead and knock out of those few tasks that I now have infinite money basically and see what we can get. First off, I'm pretty sure wearing an full outfit of ruin armor is a task. There we go. Also, I think equipping any dragon piece is also a task. There we go. It's a hard task even. I don't know how I haven't had this task done yet. Yuvid's an elven teleport crystal. I've definitely had this charge for a while and I thought I had it done. Okay, this is the guy that sells mithril ruin and adamant as well, so I think wearing full adamant and full mithril is a task, so let's buy one of each. The mithril task, and that is the adamant task. There's also a task to mine anything with a runite pickaxe, so let's just go and grab one from the shop. There we are, mine something with a runite pickaxe. There's also a task to wear any black armor. I think this guy sells black plate legs, throw that on, and another task. Currently only 3 wilderness easy tasks that I haven't done yet. One of them is to enter the wilderness resource area, kill a fire giant inside of the wilderness. The final one is to enter the wilderness godwars dungeon, which hopefully I don't die from because I didn't have any godwars items there. There's 2 potion making tasks I haven't completed yet. One is to make a compost potion, and one is to make an anti-poison. 65 fletching, I needed that to fletch 100 use short bows, which is a task I had banked. There's the 100 use shortbow task completed. Looking through some more tasks in the task list, I noticed there's quite a few that just require me range level, like equipping different bows, equipping this full d'hide set. So since I do have a bear's task and they're quite easy, I'll just train my range on this bear task, so that way I get the slayer task done at the same time. 30 range, so I think I can do our first task, which is to wear a maple shortbow. 40 range, which means I can now wear a use shortbow, which I think is a task, and full green d'hide, which I think is a task. Oh, and while I was doing this task, I just hit 1250 total level. Bear task completed, and it's actually my 5th in a row, or just past my 5th in a row, so I actually get points this time, or did I get points last time? I didn't even notice. Since we have so many points, we may as well unlock broader fletching. There we go. That should also be a task. Task completed. Feed a drainer or guard some stew. I waited in this one, but apparently Prif actually has a stew shop, so that was very nice. An easy quest, but Gertrude's hat has now been completed. The task I wasn't even paying attention. 50 laps of a rooftop agility course. I thought it was like 50 of a specific, but it's 50 of any, so I'll take that. I needed some agility for some further tasks. I still need 52 agility, so let me go grab that. With 52 agility, I can now complete the wilderness agility course. Throwing a gold ring into the volcano. I don't know where exactly I can throw it in at though. There you go, there's that 40-point task. There's a task, receive an agility arena ticket. I think I'm gonna do the other 2 down here. I think it's get 10 tickets to buy a Snapdragon and get 30 tickets in a row. This is my first. Let's see if we can do 29 more. There's the 30 agility arena tickets in a row. I'm just going to buy the Snapdragon for now. I'll keep these tickets in case I come back for the 100-point task, which I probably will in the future, but for now, I'll just do this one. It is time to do some rune crafting. Since we got so many pure essence from that one Soul Wars game that we did, that is going to turn into a lot of XP, especially with the banker's note. I could just do something like this, craft, and or if I can do it fast enough, craft. On those base 30s as well. So yeah, this rune crafting levels are going to go extremely fast. There's a medium task for crafting 50 nature runes. Oh, I didn't even know this was a task, and it's a hard task even, to craft 2,500 essence into rune, 4 runes with 1 essence. There's the last rune crafting task I think I'll get in a little bit. However, I think I'm just going to dump all these pure essence into death runes, as death runes are extremely useful for me. Plus there are some items I want to buy with Toggle. Let's just go and do that. 75 rune crafting, I think that'll be enough for now. I just want to see how far 6.3k death runes is going to get me. Sold most of my death runes, and there's 2 specific items I want to buy, and I think with the Kramja gloves this is enough. One was the obsidian cape and one was the Xigil. Let's start with that one, and then I should have enough to buy obsidian cape. And that should be 2 tasks of where both of them. 80 rune crafting and 7k death rune should be enough. Now let's get the 3 rune crafting ones I want to do. The 3 rune crafting tasks I can do is, I believe if I use an air talisman on this, I'll get any combination rune. And if I just take some essence out, put some in the large pouch, I'll get a medium task. Take some more essence out and put it in the giant pouch, I'll get a hard task. We are now 50 tasks away from our next area and 1,000 points away from our next relic, but I noticed last time I went to Chaldar, I actually forgot to get my new task, so let's see what my new task is going to be. Fire Giants is actually a good one because you can do that one in the wilderness. Cooking 20 carambons in a row. Apparently it counts just by fishing at the fishing spot with the Infernal Harpoon, and there's catch 50 carambons. This is going extremely fast. Killing a greater demon inside Karamja is a task. Figured while I'm in the area, I may as well kill a steel dragon. There's that task done. Decided to do the medium clue that I got from the carambons, and we get ourselves a wolf cloak, which is a unique, and an amulet of power. That's actually a really good item to have as well. I was able to actually complete this hard casket. I'm surprised. I got a task that required an amulet of power and a diamond of ring. I was so scared because I didn't have an amulet of power before I did that medium, so that helped a lot. And a diamond ring is only 43 crafting. I thought like a diamond jewelry I wouldn't be able to make, so I made the diamond ring. What's the hard casket going to be? 2 unique, so we get the hard clue scroll task and the unique task, and a plate body H5. I guess we'll do that as our new fashion scape. Figure since I'm in the area anyway, I may as well just get the major arena stuff done. There's quite a few tasks you can get here. A hard task for casting a wave spell. We got our god cape, so let's go ahead and wear that for a task. About to get 4 tasks done back to back. So one is to cast Claws of Guthix outside of the area. One is to cast Ceradomon's Strike outside the area. One is to cast Flames of Zarok out of the area, and then one is to kill this guy. There's the crazy archaeologist kill, and unfortunately just a tile drop, but that is the task. Fire battle staff drop from Fire Giants, and I'm pretty sure it's a task to wear one of these. Fire Giant task completed, that got me up to 65 Slayer, but I'm thinking now with all these stats, I'm kind of ready to do my Fire Cape. I think what I want to do first is, since I gathered all these big bones, use them all on the altar, see what prayer level that gets me, and then I'm going to have to camp some Elder Chaos Druids to get some Snape Grass, plus some Renars, and then hopefully bank enough prayer potions to do a Fire Cape. Before we use the big bones though, let's see what we get from our Loran's Key. 555 iron. Using all my big bones on the Chaos Altar, it got me up to 61 prayer, which means I can now use Smite, which is a medium task. Before we start getting prayer potions for Jad, let's go ahead and get our new task, which is going to be Elves. We'll do that one later. 50 range from the Elder Chaos Druids. That means I can now wear the Magic Shortbow, which is a hard task. Very nice, but I think now the range is quite slow. I'm just going to melee because I just need the Snape Grass and some Ranars, and this is just going to take forever if I just do it like this. There's our first unique, a Elder Chaos Top. If I get all 3 pieces, it is 200 points, but by themselves, they aren't really worth anything. I've been doing Elder Chaos Druids for a little bit now. I think I got enough Ranars now to go ahead and do the fight caves. However, I do need some Snape Grass. I was going to kill these guys until I get a Snape Grass drop, but it's like a 1 in 129. There's one NPC I know of that is a little more common. That is the Tribesman here on Brimhaven. They have like a 1 in 7 drop of the Snape Grass. I have 12 Renars in the bank. Let's get 12 Snape Grass. 12 Snape Grass, let's go make some prayer potions and head into the fight caves. Made an amulet of chemistry and I made a 4-dose potion with it, and that is a task. Here's my setup for the fire cape. This should be good enough. That should be plenty of food. The only thing that I'm worried about is prayer potions, but if I do some flicking and I pay attention, we should be fine. Let's give it our best shot. Yes, there we go. We have completed our fire cape. I was a little worried there because it was using a lot of prayer potions, but we have completed the fire cape, and I believe it's 200 points to put the fire cape on. There we are. We have now locked our tier 6 relic. As far as tier 6 relics go, I think it's pretty obvious which one I'm choosing. Equilibrium, when you get XP, you get 10% more XP in your total level, and if you're training your lower skill, you get 20% more XP, so it's very, very good over time, especially when you're going for ranks. Ruinous Powers are a very, very strong spellbook, and then you have Farmer's Fortune, which insta-grows stuff, and there's like extra harvest, and this is really good if you have herb patches. I have 0 herb patches, so this is going to not be as good for me. I guess it'll make it easier to train farming, which is currently my lowest skill, but I already have a bunch of tree patches and fruit tracks patches unlocked. I just haven't used them yet. This would just make it a little faster, but I mean, I don't think I would have ever had a problem getting farming up. So we're going to confirm this. And there goes another relic. Pretty useless, but I do think I get a passive, oh yeah, 4 times more common drop rates now, so it's kind of cool. One of the main reasons I wanted to get the Fire Cape is I really wanted to buy full obsidian armor. It's basically my best in slots since I can't get Bandos, Torver, anything like that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just grab all of my Death Runes, grab all of my Chaos Runes, and maybe even spend some GP on some more Chaos Runes, and then maybe even runecraft some more Death Runes and see if I have enough to afford the obsidian armor. I had to sell my obsidian cape, but I think I have just enough Toggle to buy a plate leg, a body, and a helmet. There we go, 377 Toggle left. And I think wearing all 3 pieces is also a task, a hard task. Now that I've got my Fire Cape, I'm only 23 tasks away from my next area. So I'm going to go ahead and get some easy tasks that I haven't done out of the way. And I'll leave the Gauntlet for the last task. One of them is obtain 800 coins from coin pouches. It's just slashing a web here in Varrock. Apparently just making 50 teak planks in Prif is a hard task. I don't know how I missed that 80-point task. Now that I have 50 Slayer, I can slay a Bloodfeld. And also killing a Moss Giant in Prif is a task. Another monster in the Elflands I haven't killed yet is a Water Fiend. Also killing a Black Dragon in the area is a task, and I'm not sure if I've gotten this task yet, because I don't know if I buried a Dragon Bone. Apparently I have not, so that's another task I got. I decided to get 48 smithing for 2 tasks, but I got a Clugia while doing so, which is actually a medium task. And with 48 smithing, I can make a steel plate body, and I can also make 10 steel bolts. Both of those are tasks. This task took some time, but I defeated the Chaos Fanatic. And since I do have Brawler's Reserve, I take no Dragonfire damage, so defeating the King Black Dragon wasn't too hard. Now that my melee stats are buffs, killing 6 cows in 10 seconds is no problem. Here's the task to craft 100 unpowered orbs. Cooking 20 red berry pies was a task. I think I'm about to get a lot of tasks in a row here. So first off, we get to try out our insta-farming thing. There we go, insta-farm sweet corn. I think there is a task for harvesting sweet corn. There's that done. There's also a task for getting base 40s, which now that is done. There's also a task for getting 1500 total level, which that's done. And the final string of tasks I'm getting is base 50s. That is 4 tasks in a row done. Now we're only 3 away for the next area. Creating a pineapple pizza is a task. 2 more to go, and I know exactly what 2 to do. I've been keeping up my birdhouse runs, so I should now be able to plant a U birdhouse, and that should be its own task. So 1 task to go. And the final task I want to do is the Gauntlet. So let's see how that's going to go. First things first, I have to get a normal Gauntlet done. And let's see if I actually get anything from the chest. First normal Gauntlet, we actually get an elite clue score. I haven't actually done one of those yet. That's nice, but we want to go into the corrupted now. There we are. Corrupted Gauntlet task completed, and also 10 combat achievements completed. That means we now have a new area to unlock, but before we unlock our new area, let's see, is there anything inside the chest on the first kill count? Unfortunately not, but kind of didn't expect anything. Let's go ahead and unlock that new area. It is time to lock in the 0 herb patch Trailblazers run. No herb patches in the wilderness, no herb patches in Run when everywhere else has an herb patches when at Koren, Fremi, Kandarin, and Mortania, and Asgarnia. Desert's the only one without an herb patch. It's going to make farming a pain. It's going to make an herb lore a pain. The only herb lore training I've really done has been through lamps. Let's do it. There's a lot to do in the desert, including Tombs of Amasket, so it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be a pain to get potions for that because I'm going to have no way to farm them. There it is, our last area unlock, which means we have a lot more tasks to do. Starting off with a big one, I've been AFK fishing sharks here for a while, up to level 95 cooking, which is an elite task, 200 points there. And as you can see, we have 1556 sharks banked. At the end of the last episode, we ended up unlocking the desert, and I want to take some time to explore that since I've yet to go to the desert. Afterwards, I think I want to continue working on Slayer, and maybe towards the end of the episode, we can actually unlock our next relic, because 5790 points, as we just unlocked a new area, doesn't actually sound like that many. The thing I wanted to test out in the desert the most, which is such a weird thing, is actually the gem trader, because you can buy basically infinite amount of emeralds from this guy, and you can sell it back for a profit. And it could be a very decent way to get crafting training. I don't know what the XP per hours are like. I don't know how much money you're making. I'm just going to do this for a little bit, decide how far I'm going to go with it. I'm getting about 1.7, 1.8 mil XP an hour while doing this, and that might sound all in good, but with the XP rates that you get in leagues, it's actually not even that good. What I think I'll do is just buy a bunch of the uncut emeralds, note them, just get enough of the uncut emeralds noted where I can actually get up to specifically 84 crafting. The reason I want 84 crafting, that is the crafting level needed to make my region bracelet, and that is the best in slot gloves I can get. So before I start Slayer, I really would have liked to get that. 700 emeralds should be good enough for now. Let's just go ahead and get into some tasks. I got the frog token since the last episode, so I think I exchange it at one of these places here. I can get the frog mask. And when the frog task, a nice medium task. A couple easy tasks I can knock out here. I think tanning a cowhide is a task, and then turning that cowhide into a leather body is also a task. Completing 1 lap of the Alcarat agility course should be an easy task. Apparently just paying this 10 GP toll is a task, so that's free. Picking a cabbage here at the Abbey is another 10 points. Decided to go ahead and do Demon Slayer since I saw that you could do Shadow of the Storm in the desert. Now that wasn't much desert exploring, but I really did just want to dip my toes in there. I want to continue doing Slayer now, try to get up to 70 Slayer so I can kill some Kuras, so I can try to go for the Leaf Blade Battle Axe. Last time we had 65 elves as a task. I'm going to kill these guards, and I think there's also a league task to kill 50 elves. 50 elves defeated. Almost finished the Slayer task now. Unfortunately, didn't spoon an enhanced teleport seed from that task, but it got me really close to 67 Slayer, and that task is insane. 193 Blood Velds. The ones under Irewith Dungeon are mutant, or like the really good ones, and you can also get superiors from them, and with the boosted XP rates, that's going to be insane. There's a new collection log slot, Black Boots. I don't think there's any tasks with it, but I think it's technically an upgrade from what I have on right now, so I guess we'll use it. Very big level right here, 70 Slayer. That means I can now kill Kuras and hunt the Leaf Bladed Battle Axe. Almost finished this task about halfway through. I'm surprised I haven't actually seen a superior yet, but I'm going to go pick up a Leaf Bladed Spear and then we can start hunting Kurasks. Leaf Bladed Spear in hand, so the items we're going for is the Leaf Bladed Sword and the Leaf Bladed Battle Axe. Let's see if we can get lucky. Yes, that did not take long at all. What is my kill count? 58 kill count. I'm an absolute spoon. The Leaf Bladed Battle Axe. I'm surprised there's not even a task for wearing this thing. This thing is like 1 in 250 with the league bonus. That's actually pretty rare, but we got it. The Leaf Bladed Battle Axe. Let's go ahead and give this a try. It should be 2 ticks, and let's see if the speed is looking good. And I have no idea what my max hit's going to be, or no idea what my max hit's going to look like, but we're already hitting some pretty big numbers. The day just keeps getting better. We got our first superior. Let's see what we can get from it. First superior kill of the entire league. Nothing too crazy of a drop, but that XP drop was like 50k. That's pretty insane. Plus, it is a medium task. Superior number 2, very shortly after the first. The second Bloodfeld, nothing too crazy, but I guess a hard clue. Superior number 3 of the task, unfortunately nothing. Bloodfeld task completed. What a good task. 209,000 XP because of the superiors, and we got that Leaf Bladed Battle Axe up to 73 Slayer, almost 74 Slayer even. Let's go get a new task. Alright, our next task is going to be Water Fiends. That is terrible. Honestly, we have so many points, and I really just don't like Water Fiends. I'm actually going to block that task. If there's some like stuff I need from Water Fiends in the future, I don't even care. Revenant's beautiful! Oh, that's like the exact task I'd ask for if I could choose. And this time, instead of killing the orcs, we are killing the dragons, the highest level Revenant in here, but with our new DPS, we should be fine. I decided to switch over to the Revenant Knights instead of the Revenant Dragons. The Revenant Dragons right now are just a little bit too tanky for me, but the Revenant Knights are perfect. Bro, are you kidding? It's the 3rd Ancient Crystal I've seen on this account. What is that, man? Hey, there's our first ancient item. It took forever, an ancient emblem. I have seen the guy roaming around the caves where I can trade this in for 500k. I'll take the free 500k. I was AFKing way too hard, but there is a hard task reaching 100 combat after getting 89 strength. And a magic seed drop, farming XP in the future. Revenant Knight task completed. Unfortunately, I have not seen any of the Revenant weapons, so I was really hoping I can get one this task, but we'll have other chances. Now let's just go and turn this ancient emblem in for money and get a new task. Next task is 25 Moss Giants. It'll take like 2 seconds, but I think I'm going to take a small break from Slayer now that I have quite a bit of money, not just the 500k, but all the loot that I got from the Revenants, and try to knock out some tasks that I really needed some money for. I am only 5,000 points away from my next relic, and at the next relic, I actually get the 16x XP rates, which I may as well just do most of my skilling when I have the next relic. And since I have the desert unlocked and haven't really done many tasks in the desert, and now that I have a lot of money, so I can do some tasks that way as well, let's just fly through as many tasks as we can. First off, so there are a few tasks in the Zar City I have not done yet. First couple tasks I want to get out of the way, I believe I buy a Zar dagger and wear that is going to be a task, and if I sell the dagger back and then buy a sword, I believe the sword is also a task. 2 hard tasks done. And the big task that you can get from the shop is just buying the Onyx, which I sold quite a few Chaos Runes for, and that is an elite task. As for tasks, we're doing the challenges here. I think it's a 1 Jad and a 2 Jad challenge. I think I can do both of them with just melee. We'll give it our best shot. Single Jad completed, that should be its own challenge, and then I think I can do double Jad. And it took a little longer than I expected, but there is the Jad 2 challenge completed, and also a combat achievement challenge. So that is very nice. I've never used to meleeing Jads because it like changes the attack speed, and if you just stay melee, they can actually same tick. It took a little longer, but yeah, we got it done. Next up on the task list, I'm going to go ahead and kill Vedion. I'm not going to crash this guy though, I just need to find an open world. First kill at Vedion, what is our loot going to be? Yeah, just death runes. That's actually a lot of death runes though. And I'm actually going to stay here for a little bit because there's not only a task to kill Vedion once, but there's also a combat achievement for killing Vedion 10 times. At Vedion, which is going to be the combat achievement. Wines of Zamark's also a good task, but that also completes the easy tier, which is actually an elite task, 200 points. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was a hard task. That's awesome. I may as well claim the easy combat achievement awards so that way I get a lamp that I can throw straight into Herb Lore. It's going to give me 60,000 more XP, which means 56 Herb Lore. There are also some really easy desert tasks I haven't done yet, like crafting a fire rune. Killing one of these guards here at the Alcard, that should be a task. Should be 2 free tasks here, taking a cart ride to Selfnam, and then I think entering the city is also a task. And while I'm here, I'll probably just go ahead and do a bunch of the Pyramid Plunder tasks. There's Room 1, a Pyramid Plunder. Room 2, a Pyramid Plunder. Room 3, a Pyramid Plunder. And Room 4, a Pyramid Plunder. I believe turning in a pyramid top is also a medium task. There we go, there's the medium task completed. Killing a crocodile should also be a medium task. Should be 2 tasks right here. Cutting any cactus in the desert should be a task, and then also entering the Calphite layer should be a task. Killing a Calphite guardian I think is a 40-point task. Bring your house to the desert should be a task, there we go. Also felt like I was strong enough to take on the Calphite queen, so this should be a hard task. That's nice, and the red DI body. Pickpocketing someone at the bandit camp is a task, and I think also casting Ice Rush is a task. There's both of those. Another 2 tasks I can get back to back. Kill a seagull in the desert. And also teleport to Pada Iwa, whatever it is. I also needed to cast Ice Burst, which I didn't have the magic level for, so with this Soul Wars potion, I should be able to do that. There's 80 points. I needed some soft clay for the golem quest, so I decided just to do the 200 soft clay task. Also, while I was in the dungeon, I decided to grab enough mithril bars to get 2 tasks done. One was create a mithril grapple, and the other task was 1,000 mithril dart tips. There's the first of many quests I'm about to get done, the golem. While I'm in the area though, I may as well catch a bird because that is like an easy task. Second quest on the list, Sleeping Giants. Shadow of the Storm completed, and there's going to be a lot of range XP, gets me up to 58. There's the Spirit of a League quest completed. I think they'll give me a lot of prayer XP as well. Yeah, 65 prayer. Hard task completed of thieving 50 Metaphite thugs. Decided to train some thieving since there's quite a few thieving tasks, so that's probably what I'll go through next. There we are, got all the way up to 81 thieving. Now there's a bunch of tasks I can get now. Let's fly through them. Starting with the Pyramid Plunder, there is Room 5, Room 6, and Room 7. Unfortunately for Room 8, you need like 91 thieving, so I'm gonna do that one later. With our thieving level, we can now steal from a gem stall. That is a task. To access the Sorcerer's Garden, you can now get 5 tasks here. This first one is to pick a Winter Squirt. Here's a task for picking, I believe it's the Spring Squirt. Here's the task for the Autumn Squirt. And the final one is to pick one from the Summer Tree. There's also a task to turn in a certain amount of each juice to Osman. They're all pretty high, so I'm not going to do them all, but Winter only requires you to turn in 1, so let's go ahead and return that one, and that is going to be a task. Kind of upset I missed this when I was doing the other ice task, but apparently casting Ice Blitz is his own task, and I actually have enough levels to do it with the potion. I don't know how I missed this one either, but after completing the quest, just praying at the statue is also a task. Another desert task, mine 30 chunks of granite. Now that I have Desert Treasure 2 completed, I can get the wise old man to get angry at me. Pretty easy ones, just to defeat the Chaos Elemental. This would actually be 2 tasks here. Opening a muddy chest, and I think I got all the things for the medium diary. So there is the 1 muddy chest, and there is the medium wilderness diary done. There's actually 2 pretty easy tasks I can get here in the wilderness. One is actually just cook a dark crab, and I think there's another one to catch 100. Took a lot longer than I thought, but catch 100 dark crabs is finally completed. That was an AFK and a half there. I should have done this when I was doing the fire rune task, but I believe crafting some lava runes is a task. This is a pretty easy one, just making an air battle staff in the wilderness. Somehow completely missed this obsidian weapon when I was buying all the ones last time, but apparently the Obby Maul I have not done yet. There we go. I just realized I'm really close to the prayer bonus task, so if I buy this rune mace, I should be able to wear that and get 15 prayer bonus. And this task right here is going to be very expensive, but buying a crystal shield is a task, or just wearing one, so there's 750k but 80 points. Catching either a swamp lizard or a salamander is a task. Also making a combat potion should be its own task. Defeating a dust devil in the desert is its own task. Here's the easy desert diary completed. Multiple tasks at Giant Foundry to hand in high quality swords. I'm hoping this is at least a quality 100 sword. Looks like it is. That's awesome. Apparently there's also an official world for doing the squirking. There's 3 more tasks I need to do here, and it seems like I can do them all. I've now collected enough squirk juice to finally get all 3 tasks done. There is the first. Here's the second squirk task. If you're doing the autumn squirk task, make sure you do all 25 at once or it doesn't work. And here's the task for turning in 50 summers. That is 200 points and gets me all the way to 89 thieving. And while doing all those squirks, I was alching quite a bit and got up to 78 magic, which lets me do 2 more tasks, one of which is to wear an enhanced Slayer staff. There is that one done. Also, with the Potion of Power, I can now cast Ice Barrage, just barely, but that is a 200 point task, so that's a very good one. While I'm on the Ancient Spellbook, I may as well kill Scorpia. And we may as well imbue our God Cape since it's a pretty free. All we gotta do is use a God Cape on Culloden, and that is going to be an 80 point task to imbue a God Cape. It's very good stats as well. This one took a little bit, but we got it. Loot a Dragonstone from the Rogue's Castle. Another thieving task I was trying to get out of the way for a while now. Pickpocket 50 Ls. All these tricksters are able to do this super fast. I'm a lonely, endless harvester, but we finally got that task done. We may as well start farming now. I've collected a few seeds just from my birdhouse runs, and since we have insta farming, this is going to go pretty fast. I do also believe I did get a papaya, so there's like 2 tasks here by checking the health of a papaya seed and checking the health of a fruit tree. We have 2 potato cactus seeds to use. I know it's a task to check a health of a potato cactus, but I wonder if it counts as a normal cactus too. It does not, so I'm going to need to get a normal cactus seed eventually. And I know it's a 200 point task to plant a magic tree at the tree patch, but I only have 3 maples and 1 willow to get me 4 levels. I don't think that's enough, but I'll see what this gets me. Got me to 72, close to 73 farming. I have some like normal seeds that I can try planting. Maybe that'll work. I had to use almost every seed I had. I'm literally farming rosemaries over here, but that is going to be 75 farming, so I can now use these 14 magic seeds and get that 200 point task. We can now plant our magic trees here in Lumbridge, and it saved the magic tree with the Farmer's Fortune, so now I can check health and get 165,000 XP, and only, oh, it's an 80 point task. For some reason I thought it was a 200 point task, but it's fine. I'll save the rest of these because I am actually 660 points away from the next relic, and at my next relic tier, I'm going to get 16x XP instead of 12x, so these would be worth a lot more then. However, to get 660 more points, I do need some more tasks, and there is a task to plant a crystal tree, so I am going to revert this crystal shield. It's not very useful for me, but we can turn it into a crystal acorn, and that'll get me the crystal tree task. And here it is, the crystal tree. All I gotta do is check my health, and it's 160,000 XP and 80 points. Look at some easy tasks I can do. I saw 30 orange salamanders, decided to get that one out of the way. And with the hunter level that we got from the salamanders, we were able to do this big task in Prif, catch 300 red chinchompas, and that is an elite task, so that is an extra 200 points earned from that one. We are now only 340 points away from the next relic. Another task I just saw is to actually build a medium stash and fill it. Now is only 300 points away from the next relic. And with the hunter levels that we got from the red chinchompas, we're able to catch a black salamander, and we're able to catch black chinchompas just to create a Gothic tea. Saw that there were a few tasks that required some blue dragon hides, and while I was doing that, I actually got the scaly blue dragon hide, which is a 10 point task, but it's a really hard one to get, so that's nice. There should be a lot of passive tasks from that blue dragons I just farmed. The first is to scrape the dragon hide. There should also be a task to wear a Brudu shield and tribal mask at the same time. Another task for wearing full blue D-hide. And the final task from the blue dragons, craft 30 blue D-eyed bodies. Now we're only 10 points away from our next relic, and I know just how to get ourselves there. Final task is to do 1 game of Temporis, and I had no idea it gone this fast with the Infernal Harpoon. You're 2-ticking the Spirit Pool, you're 2-ticking the fishing spots. I get 2 fish per with the Endless Harvest. This is gonna be like the fastest game in history. There we go, 1 Temporis kill, and we have unlocked our tier 7 relic. I just want to look at the personal best, a 108 personal best. That has to be like the record or something. It is time to unlock our tier 7 relic. We have between Soul Stealer, which heals you at like your prayer and your HP for every hit you do. Berserker, which is very good, so unfortunately we won't be picking this one, but every HP you're missing, it does 0.4% more damage. That's pretty insane. And then if you attack something that has full HP, it does your max hit. That's even more insane. And then we have the one we're probably picking, which is Weapons Master. Every 30 seconds, your special attack is restored by 30% instead of 10%. I don't even really use spec anymore. If you have no spec attack commanding, you can use HP instead, and you're 100% accurate with your spec. The best spec weapon I can really get is like a Void Waker, which is a great spec weapon, but it's already 100% accurate and already has a minimum hit of 20%, so it's kind of redundant. There isn't really anything else that's really that good that I can think of for melee that I have in my area unlocks. So yeah, there we go. Let's just go ahead and unlock it. And there we are, and with our tier 7 relic, we actually get minigame points boosted by 8x and 16x XP now, so we can pretty much do all the skilling we want. I did not even know this was a task, but setting up a magic birdhouse is a task. Starting off, I'm actually going to do some Venenatas with Doug. He has a crossbow and he really wants that web weaver bow, and I feel like it's a good time to try out my spec relic I just got, so it's also a hard task. Very nice. A combat achievement, 20 KC. The end of that Venenatas trip, but we got quite a few useful items. Rune darts, rune knives, very, very strong item. The Toadflax probably the biggest item we got because that's like 31 brews there once I get around to making those. Some other decent items like magic logs I can fletch, 88k. We're pretty down bad on cash, so that's good, and a super combat potion. All in all, pretty good, and I can't wait to go back. While we get ready for our next Venenatas trick, I figured in the meantime I may as well start training crafting, as we're 78 currently, and if we're able to get to 84, we can actually create a region bracelet, and that'll be very big as it'll give me like 7 more strength bonus, and that's going to help our max hits a lot. This should be 80 crafting, and I just realized that even if I was to get the 84 and make a onyx bracelet, I can't actually enchant it yet, as I'll need like, what is it, 87 magic. So for now, I think I'm just going to make a combat bracelet and may as well make all the other Dragonstone jewelry since I do have 80 crafting now. Crafted Dragonstone necklace, ring, and bracelet. And oh, let me not craft the wrong thing here. And I believe if I just make the unstrung amulet is a task. Okay, so you have to string the amulet. And there is the hard task. And I've enchanted all the jewelry, so if we go into our combat stats, the bracelet looks like it's 5 strength bonus better than the Kromja gloves, so that's a pretty decent upgrade, 126 strength bonus. And the glory is 2, or actually it's 4 less, I thought it was 2 less. I guess it's the fury that's 4 less, but it has quite a few accuracy stats, plus 10 and everything. So it is a very decent thing to use, but with my doubled accuracy or however much accuracy I get with my bonus, I'm just going to maximize strength bonus. While we're waiting for something to do between Venenatas, may as well use up all the bones that I read in our bank. While we're doing this, we got up to 1750 total. And all the dragon bones got me up to 75 prayer, which means if I drain all my prayer points, I should get a league task for using the altar. And this should be a league test. Nice. The only thing I can really think to do now in the meantime is just train a little bit of range and slayer. I guess I'll do it here at these moss giants. And it's a pretty big item, a mossy key. That means I can finally take on Briofado, and I believe there's a task there. And there is 60 range, which we may as well just go get the red d'hide now that we have it, as it is a league task. However, Doug wants to go back to Venenatas, so let's head back. After 100 kill count of Venenatas, 2 of them weren't tracked for one reason. This is all the loot I got. Pretty decent, especially in the Onyx Bolt tips, which should be good alchables in the future. One thing I forgot to claim my Wildian Diary, so let me go ahead and claim this. It should be actually a medium, so it should be quite a bit XP and Herblore. 120k, I did not expect that much. We'll take that. How much was that going to be to? 62 Herblore, not bad. I think what I want to do now is actually just go through a lot of tasks that I'm able to do now. Pretty much anything with skilling or anything with a minigame is definitely worth doing right now. And if I'm going for like an RNG drop, I should probably save it for later when I have 5x drop rates instead of 4x drop rates. I have 8,600 more points to get to the final relic and get 5x drop rates. I think I can get most of that through skilling. We're going to give it our best shot. Looking at some of the tasks I need to do, a lot of them pertain to agility, so I think it is just time that I bust out this 100 agility arena challenge. I've only have 67 to go, so it'll take about an hour. I can do some alching while doing so, probably get myself to 87 magic so I can enchant onyx jewelry. Let's go for it. Took a little bit, but we finally got 100 agility arena tickets, so let's turn that all into experience for that 200 point task and hopefully a decent agility. 72. Honestly, I was expecting a little better than that. While I'm at Brimhaven though, I've recently got myself a palm sapling, and I believe there's a task to check the health of your palm tree and also check your health of the palm tree in Kromja. There we go. Also on the topic of farming, I have not dug up the magic roots, even though I planted one last time. That's going to be another 80 points. Decided to finish off the agility here at the Paul of Niche rooftop courses. Now, 75 agility, I can do the Prifdis agility courses for some free tasks. I decided to grind out 91 thieving since I'm here, so I can get 2 more thieving tasks. Here's an 80 point task for searching the gold test. There's also a task to thieve a diamond from a Zar. That's 200 points, is a big one. Now let's get some of the agility tasks out of the way. There is a task for completing the Prifdis agility course once, another task for completing the course in under 110, and the final task from that agility course, I'm able to get all the Memorum crystals, which is another 80 points. And there's also a league task for casting a Surge spell, but since I can't get Wrath Ruins, I have to go to the Fountain of Ruin, so I'm just going to cast Surge on Doug here, And I also want to go ahead and cast Ceradon Strike since it is also a hard task. The next task I want to do are the fletching tasks, so I've been just finding activities to do while fletching, and one of those is to complete the 50 laps of Prif. It's also a task to talk to your cat, which I was able to fully grow doing the agility training. So I was looking at more activities I can do while fletching, and it seems like the most obvious thing I can do is clues. I haven't really done much this league, and I have a few stacked up, and there's quite a few tasks involving clues, so I'm just going to go through, get as many caskets as I can. There's also a hard task for filling a stash unit, so there's another 80 points from doing my clues. Needed some smithing levels for one of the clues. There's 50 adamant ore. I managed to get 34 beginners completed, 7 easies, 2 mediums, 5 hards, and 1 elite. Any extra I had to drop because there were uncompletable steps. Let's just go through these with the boosted rates. The task should be completed pretty fast. Let's go first beginner. No unique yet. How many beginners meant to open? Okay, there we go. First 2 uniques right there. And with the rune scimitar ornament, I think it's actually a task to wear something with the ornament kit. So that's a heart. That's 80 points. That's nice. There's another ornament kit. That's the Guthix one. It's another unique. There's another one. And is that the Zamrock? So I think we have all 3 now. There we are. Fill 5 beginner clue logs. Getting a lot of duplicates. Oh, there's a pretty good item, the Amulet of Defense. Not only is that another clue unique, but I believe it's also a trimmed amulet for a medium task. That's a good one. Sandwich Lady Bottoms, and another. I'm getting a lot of Rune Scimitar ornament kits. And that's actually get 10 uniques from beginner clues, I guess duplicate uniques count maybe, and then 30 collection log slots, 2 more medium tasks. 3 more beginners, not expecting too much. 2 in the last one, and frog slippers, I guess it's another unique, good for the collection log. Let's go into our easy clues. First one, Bando's rope top and a coif, so that's pretty decent. Second one, black plate legs G, and also purple sweets. Purple sweets is a good one because if I eat that, is another task to eat some purple sweets. Go through these. Oh, Ironworth teleports, I can actually use those. Oh, that's a big clue. Leather body G, ancient robe legs, and blue skirt G. That's pretty decent. It's 2 medium tasks of 10 uniques and 5 easy clue collection logs. Last easy clue and nothing. Black axe and mind ruins. Going into the mediums. I only got 2 of them, but can we get lucky? First one, 3 uniques. That's quite decent. I think I got a unique on my first one, so as long as my next one's unique, it's gonna be 5 uniques from medium task. And I think I did get a unique. Gold headband, most of the harmless, adamant shield, and war blessing. So it's like 5 uniques. Yes, it is. So I did get that medium task at least. We have 5 hards and 1 elite casket left. So let's open the 5 hards, and we got ourselves a master and 1 stat clue. Armored Okois are very, very good, and Zamrock chaps are very, very good. That's an amazing clue. 4 more to go. We got Dragon Boots ornament kit. I think that's pretty decent. I can get Dragon Boots eventually, and Armored Full Helm, so it's 2 uniques. So that is actually Phil. 3 hard clue collection log slots, gain 5 uniques, and also 50 log slots. So 2 mediums and a hard task done there. That's really big. 3 more hard clues. First one looks like 2 unique items with the Guthix Walm and the Navy Cavalier. Let's do 2 more clues. We have a Zamrock Kite Shield as our only unique item, and 1 more hard clue. That is a lot of uniques. I hope that is enough to like get a new task. Seems like it's a lot. Is that a new task? It's not, unfortunately. Our final clue that we currently have is an elite, and we only have 1 elite completed. Or this is going to be our first elite. No, it is not with the mimic. And looks like we got a gilded hosta, so we actually got a gilded item. That's quite rare. A loot path of a key, royal gown, so 1 elite, and then gain a elite item. And I think wearing any gilded piece is a unique. Oh, I can't even wear this, can I? That is interesting. Looking into it, fortunately, there is no requirement to like wear a gilded piece, or that would be very unfortunate. It's literally the only gilded piece I would never be able to wear. Just I can't get Barbarian Hosta training because I don't have access to Kandarin. So that's unfortunate and fortunate. It's kind of cool to see the guild item, but we do have a master clue. Let's try to do it. Unfortunately, it seems like this master is also uncompletable. It says to talk to Vigor while wearing a Ring of Visibility or Ghost Speak amulet, and I've tried both locations for Vigor. There's one right here in the Rose Castle, and there's one underneath Edgeville. Both of them, it just goes through the Ghost dialogue, which means he has to be in Mortania, and I do not have access to that. Need some magic logs for the fletching tasks. I've got 3 fletching tasks I'm going to get right here. One is to fletch 200 magic longbow U's. There's also a task to fletch your own magic shortbow, which is going to be this one right here. There's also a task to make yourself a magic shield, which is that. All 3 of those are hard tasks, 240 points. Also, there was another task I missed by getting those agility levels. It was to use this shortcut right here, which is also a Lumbridge hard task. I'm just going to go ahead and work on some of the other diaries. I believe there is a diary to use the camlet. There is all the desert medium diaries, and I think I might be able to do the hard diaries as well. Someone actually was able to find me a gout tuber. That is amazing. So we're able to get 3 tasks done with this. First one is just to pick the gout tuber. There's the medium task in Karamja for ordering a red topaz machete, and there's also another hard task to wear a topaz machete. And we can now complete the Karamja hard diary. I was supposed to complete the medium diary first. I guess it doesn't matter what order you completed him. That is both diaries completed. Now we can claim my medium and hard rewards, which is nice. There's also a task in the desert hard diary to kill a locust rider with a Karis, and I think there's just a task to kill a locust rider. Well, apparently not, because I didn't get one. Okay, the league task was to defeat a scarab mage, not a locust swarm, so there's that task. And we may as well complete context since we're most of the way through it, and we can rub this XP lamp, and I think we could put it on range since it's our lowest skill currently. 112,000 XP, and I think we can do the exact same thing again. Very nice. This 224k XP in range gets us all the way up to 66. We can now claim our diary rewards. We're going to get the medium diary reward, and then we can get the hard diary reward, and then we can put all of that XP on Herblore, get a bunch of more Herblore XP, and that's going to get me pretty high Herblore level. So going to get me up to 73. We need 81 for Bruce. Here's the Lumbridge medium diary now that we're working on the Lumbridge. We also have High Enough Hunter where we can catch crystal implings now. So there's the hard task of catching a crystal impling, and I think there's some loot from this that's actually beneficial. Rune Dart Tips isn't the worst. Here's also the hard Lumbridge diary completed. Now we can claim all of the diary awards. There is the medium, and there is the hard. So we can throw this all on Herblore again. What are we getting up to now? We are now up to 76 Herblore. I was looking at some tasks I haven't completed yet, saw I had 100 adamant bars, so I decided to get this task out of the way. Here is the Wilderness hard diary. Another XP lamp to claim, that is going to be mine. More Herblore XP, and I think the only diary I have left that I want to do is the Varrock medium, because the Varrock card actually has some grinding I have to do. So there's 78 Herblore. With the Karamja diary done, I forgot I can actually just take this shortcut for a nice 80 points. Here's the last achievement diary I'm going to do for a little bit. That is going to be all of the Varrock medium diaries. So let's go ahead and claim that XP reward. Here's our reward for the Varrock medium, and that is going to put us up to 78, very close to 79 Herblore. However, that is enough Herblore to actually get a Torstol from Herbivore, and I actually have the hunter level to do that now. So let's do some Herbie. Here's the first Herbivore task to catch him 50 times. I'm still missing the Torstol, and I need to do 150 catches. Before I continue with the 100 more Herbivore though, I may as well turn in the fossils I have to get a little bit more Herblore XP to increase my chance of getting that Torstol from the 150 KC I still have left. The XP lamps from the museum got me up to 81 Herblore, which means I should be able to make brews now, which is a task. It is only a hard task, and I wish I was elite. Hey, we got the Torstol. I was getting a little worried that we wouldn't get it there, but there is the Torstol. Now all I have to do is finish up 150 harvests. There is the catch Herbivore 150 times task. Is a very good task because it got me a bunch of herbs to help me get my Herblore up, plus a bunch of fossils which I use on Herblore. I need to AFK for a little bit though. I think I found just the task to AFK to. The AFK task I had to do was fish and dissect 50 eels, and that should be that one done. It's elite task too, so 200 points for that. All the fossils from Herbivore got me up to 85 Herblore, so that's pretty high. With all those herbs from Herbivore, there's quite a few tasks with Herblore I can go through, starting off with 20 magic potions. There's another task to make 20 ranging potions, and there's also quite a few more Herblore tasks, but I'm actually going to take a break from Herblore. Decided to do Bria Fada since I had some keys. There is the first one, which is actually a task to defeat, and 50 hard tasks completed, and we get a scroll box from that, but I have another one, and I want to try to get all the rest of the combat achievements done next time. There's the quick cutter combat achievement. I've got Bria Fada poison, so I'm just damage it a little bit, and as long as I keep protect from magic up, then we should get this combat achievement completed. There we are, the slow death combat achievement, and I should get the other combat achievement. There we go. It's also 25 combat achievements completed. There's another hard task. Decided to do some Volcano with Doug. Let's see if we can get anything interesting. First kill, and I got the task. Well, there's the crystal tool seed. Sweet. So let's open our first crystal key for 80 points. What are we going to get? We get an uncut dragonstone, diamonds, and rubies. Not bad. I'll just buy the grog for a smithing boost. It's a collection log. And then I'm also going to buy the colossal blade. And then I can wear the colossal blade for the medium task. It's only a medium task. It's interesting. There's a task to smelt our runite bar though, so that's pretty decent. Should be the task to make any runite item. Yeah, 80 points. It should be 89 smithing, which means I now have the smithing level to make runite darts, which is 2 very, very big tasks. There's the league task for 500 runite dart tips in Prif, and there's also one when we get to 1,000. There is the Smith 1,000 runite dart tips, and not only that, but there's another easy 200 point task I have banked. By adding lava scale shards to an anti-fire potion, it is another 200 point task. At this point, there's one big set of tasks I have not delved into yet, and that is the task at the Mage Training Arena. I believe if I just type in Mage Training, or let me just type in Infinity. There's a task for wearing any piece of Infinity. There's a task for wearing full Infinity. There's also a task for the Mage's Book. There's also a task for Bones and Peaches. There's also a task for the Master Wand. I want to get all of it. Let's do it. We have 8x minigame points. Let's see how long this takes. I've got all the bananas. Let's go ahead, get our Pizzazz hat, and get started. For the graveyard room, you can actually bring your own bananas in. Noted, put them on your banker's note, and then you basically just get infinite points. You get 8 points every time you turn in 12, so I unnote 12 at a time. And it's great. And then when you run out of food, you can unnote your tuna, eat a little food, and we're good to go. I already have 700 graveyard points in just over a few minutes. This is great. We are finally somewhat done. I maxed out my points for enchantment, but every other thing I have the correct amount of points. Let's start with Infinity. Buying full Infinity is a task, and also just one piece of Infinity worn is a task. So we'll start with the Infinity hat. Then we'll get the Infinity top, the Infinity boots, the Infinity bottoms. And do I have enough for the gloves? I do have enough for the gloves. And the first task, to wear any piece of Infinity, elite task. And then there's also a task for wearing a full Infinity set, which is a master task. There's 600 points right there, 2,500 points to go. And let's go ahead and get the points for the other 3 items that we're missing. I went back for the enchantment and we are finally done. Mage Training Arena was a grind, and was it worth it? I don't think so, but we have it done no matter what. There is the Mage's Book. And then I want to get the Master Wand, which means I need to get the Teacher Wand, which means I need to get the Beginner Wand first. So Beginner Wand, up to Apprentice Wand, up to Teacher Wand, up to the Master Wand. And the final thing that I need to get is the Bones to Peaches spell, which I have exactly enough for now. So let's go ahead and claim that. And then we can go ahead and use the Bones to Peaches for another task. There's the task for equipping the Master Wand. There's the task for equipping the Mage's Book. We just go over to this man, kill him to death, get some bones. We can cast Bones to Peaches for another medium task. That is all the Mage Training Arena tasks completed. Next on the agenda, construction's looking pretty low. This is all the construction supplies I currently have, and I think you can use steel bars for some construction training. Let's just head to my house and see what I can get done. Our first construction level of the grind actually gets us up to base 60s, so that's a start. We still got a long way to go though. Up to 65 construction, which means I can now do a new task. I don't know how good of a task it is. It's only a medium task, but it is a task nonetheless. Looking at my house, I actually needed some runes to make an upgrade, and one of those is actually soul runes, so I had to unlock Ali Morrison's shop. There we go. We now have access to infinite soul runes. Still working on the house, and I actually want to put some ancient teleports into my house, but I was looking at some other tasks, and there's actually a task to create a Gorok teletab, which I have all the requirements for. It just need 96 magic, but with the magic potions we made earlier, I actually have just that level. And study, create one, and that is an elite task, a nice 200 points. Now let's go put some stuff in my house. 70 construction, I think that is good enough for now. We got a lot in the house here. We've teleports to pretty much every area we need to, mainly the wilderness and a couple areas that we have auto unlocked. We have the workbench, armor repair stand, a full kitchen that's maxed out. We have our prayer altar plus an infinite teleports with glory. I think it's right here. And then we have our maxed out little lounge area. Eventually, I'd like to get 80 construction so we can build achievement diaries. So I can start getting infinite games necklaces, infinite ring of dueling, things like that. But that is going to be a long ways away because 70 construction already cost me quite a bit. I'm down to less than 200k cash and very low on supplies. However, with 70 construction, we can actually relocate our house to Prif for another 50k. So we have even less money, but that is a 40 point task. Another task I'm surprised I haven't done yet is just teleport to Fossil Island with the dig site pendant that we unlocked earlier. There's that one done, 40 points. Through as many tasks as I can, it looks like there is a task to make a green D-head shield. That'll be that done right there. Missed the recording, but I was trying to figure out what to do next, and I felt Slayer is a pretty decent option right now. 194 Blood Velds, that is an amazing task. I decided to do the Blood Veld task with range as I'm close to base 70s, and with 70 range, I can now wear full black D-hide, which is a task, and a crystal bow, which is also a task, so that's nice. And we should be able to wear black D-hide no problem. All we gotta do is create ourselves a top, some band braces, and the legs, throw those 3 on, and there's that task for wearing full black DI'd. May as well continue training crafting though, as I can't even currently afford a crystal bow, which would be a nice 80 points there. Plus, I just really would like some money. I hate being poor, so I guess I'll continue with emeralds. It's not the most efficient thing in the world, but I looked at it. It's actually not too bad with the 16x XP multiplier, so I should be able to get up to hopefully 90 crafting actually, because that'll let me craft a Amulet of Fury, which is 200 points, and also at 87 I can make 100 light orbs, which is 200 points, so that'll be a nice 400 points. I've grinded up to 900k with the emerald, so now I should be able to buy a crystal bow, which leaves me with 19k. We're back to being poor again, but we could put the crystal bow on for another hard task completed. Managed to get 87 crafting, so we can craft the 100 light orbs, so that's another 200 point task. That means we are now only 1450 points away from the last relic. There is the 90 crafting. We can now go ahead and create an onyx amulet, which is a 200 point task, make it into an amulet of fury, and then I think I'll do a little bit of PVM. We have everything needed to make the onyx amulet. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't know when I get the task done, if it's the unstrung amulet, and then string it. There is the elite task to craft an onyx amulet, and we can go ahead and enchant that as well to make an amulet of fury. Great stats in that thing. Starting off, the first thing I want to do is just do one Callisto kill, as that is an 80 point task. Callisto was hitting like an absolute truck, so I'm going to try Ardeo and see if the task still gets completed. Ardeo killed, and I really hope that counts and I don't actually have to go and kill Callisto. I do not. That is awesome. Next up on the PVM to-do list, I really want to do a kill Azora, as that is 80 points. I hope this gear setup's good enough. Full Infinity with Seared Almond Strike, and then we have our Crystal Bow, full D'hide. Let's see how it goes. Completely forgot recrills and prayer potions on my first try, so let's give that another go. First Zora kill completed, and that was a rough one to say the least, but we got it done nonetheless. Turns out you don't actually have to get the Inferno done to do the third challenge, which is just triple Jads. I've done it quite a few times. This gear isn't the best, and 71 range also is not the best, but we can give it a try. 200 points seems like it's worth it. That took a while with the Crystal Bow and melee. 13 minutes, that is terrible, but we did get the challenge completed. A nice 200 points. 890 now until the next relic. What I think I'm going to do now is just do another Jad. Surviving a hit off prayer on Jad is 80 points. Getting speed task is quite a few points. And also just sacrificing a fire cape, which I'd like to keep my other one, is 200 points. That's going to get me pretty far. Let's just see how fast we can get one done. Well, we got the task completed. Survive one hit from Jad. We got a speed challenge. And did we just get the pet? And we just got ourselves a pet, which is a boss pet. So that's pretty nice. 2kc Jad pet. So that's another, what is that, elite task for a boss pet, so that's 500 points there. And we can go ahead and get rid of our fire cape, and that'll be yet another task. Now all we gotta do is talk to this guy right here, sacrifice our cape. There we go, sacrifice our fire cape for yet another 200 points. Now we're only 330 points away from our next relic. While we are in the Czar area, I would like to upgrade my combat bracelet into a region bracelet. So let's go ahead and sell some ruins to get some more Tokkul. We got our Tokkul for the Onyx. We can finally make that region bracelet upgrade. There we go. Let's buy that Onyx and make the region bracelet. Go ahead and cut the Onyx, get the uncut Onyx over here in the furnace. We can make our Onyx bracelet and Onyx enchant on the bracelet, and we now have a region bracelet for more melee strength than I had before, and it also has the 2x region effect and quite a few other benefits. I think it's more defensive as well, so very, very good item now. So we're only 330 points away from our next relic, and I think what I want to do to get that relic is I want to go ahead and complete the quest to unlock Tombs of Amasket, and after that, I think if I just catch Black Chins for just a little bit, I'll have enough Black Chins in order to get the 2 Wilderness tasks. That'll give me 250 points, and Tombs of Amasket is another 80 points, so that'll get me 360 points. That should get me there, so let's go ahead and complete Beneath Cursed Sands first. There's the quest complete, Tombs of Amasket, or Beneath Cursed Sands, not Tombs of Amasket, but I can now enter Tombs of Amasket. But before we do, we're only 250 points away from our next relic, and I say let's just go and get the next relic. It is finally done. If we catch this Black Chin right here, that is 250 Black Chins in my inventory. So if I throw that on, that is going to be 2 tasks, equipped 100 and equipped 500. We now have 24,000 league points, and we can unlock our tier 8 relic, which let's go to the bank so we can do that. All right, let's go ahead and unlock a tier 8 relic. Oh my god, where's the relic page? There we are, Executioner, which gives you a weapon that does 20% damage. Once it's at 20, it like insta-kill anything below 20% HP or more, or 20% or lower. So very, very powerful axe. I think it's too powerful for me to go for. Then we have Undying Retribution, which gives you an extra life when you die, and you do like 200% of your prayer damage back to whatever kills you. You have a 3-minute cooldown on that, and if you actually die, it doesn't count as a real death. You just come back to life. Kind of synergizes with my spec relic too much, so I think that's too OP. Then you have Guardian, which is just like a really powerful thrall, but it only has a max hit of 16, but it does have a min hit of 6. They're all very close, and you can make a case for any of them. They're all extremely powerful. I don't think any of them... Well, I think in certain scenarios, some are better than others. I don't think any of them are bad. So I think I'm just going to go for the very just good Guardian. And there we go. We've unlocked all of our relics now. We now have Guardian. Let's try this thing out because I actually have been invited to do some Venenatus. Seems like it's pretty decent. It hits like 15s. It doesn't hit like crazy often. It's a 4-tick. So I definitely think Guardian was the correct choice for the most underpowered. It's hard to say though for sure. This is just first impressions. Hey, we got our first unique, the Fang of Venenatus. It's kind of useless for me now because I don't actually have the crossbow like everyone else has, but it is a good item to have. It's a task, but I just get 85 attack, which is 110 combat, which is also a hard task, so 80 more points there. And the kill after I just got the attack level, we got ourselves a Dragon 2H. I believe wearing that in the wilderness is a task, and just wearing it at all is a task. It's 2 tasks done right back to back. Well, there's another Fang of Venenatus pretty shortly after the first. I guess we'll take it. It's the most common drop. We now have our third Fang of Venenatus. I guess that's okay. This isn't even funny anymore. Our fourth Fang of Venenatus. This is actually crazy. I have 4 Fangs of Venenatus. There is another Venenatus task, 150 kill count. There's also a task for getting 300 kill count, which I'll probably get to because I don't have the Treasonous Ring or I don't have the Voidwaker gem yet, and I'm also missing the Dragon Pickaxe. Hey, there's a unique item, a Dragon Pickaxe. I haven't gotten one of those yet, so I believe if I wear the Dragon Pickaxe, that is also a hard task, and that's 80 points there. Hey, there's a drop at Vedion. We decided to go over to Vedion, and we got ourselves a Ring of the Gods. And I believe wearing this thing is an elite task even, so 200 points there. That's beautiful. There's the hard task for defeating Vedion 50 times. After finishing up with Vedion and unlocking our tier 8 relic, we now have 5x drop rates, so it seems like the perfect time to start the Gauntlet grind. Is the reward chest going to be with the 5 times drop rates, and our first one is already a Crystal Armor Seed. That's a good start. Up to the armor, so you got 2 tasks: crafting a piece of armor and wearing any piece of armor. It's 160 points. Oh, there's a bunch of tasks. 625 gives me the Corrupted Gauntlet Speed Chaser and the Corrupted Gauntlet Speed Runner, which is also 100 combat achievement points. And I get a back-to-back armor seed. That's amazing. 2 more combat achievements. Gauntlet Veteran for 5 KC and defense doesn't matter 1. I got 2 combat achievements. 1 for Corrupted Gauntlet Veteran and 1 for having the full set. And I got the full medium diary done, which is elite task, and we get nothing from the chest. Grandmaster task, having no prayer potions. Can we get a drop? No drop. I got my 3rd armor seed on 10 kill count. Wow, another back-to-back armor seed. I'm up 11 kill count, 4 armor seeds. 99 strength is 200 point tasks. Very nice. There we go, the master combat, a task of perfect Hunliff. 12 kill count. Well, we just got our 4th armor seed and a elite. Or actually, that's our 5th armor seed. I'm not even keeping track. So we have 5 armor seeds now and 14 kill count. 1 run of Gauntlet. I think I got all the speed tasks. I did 1 normal Gauntlet. Let's see. Got 50 combat achievements for a hard task and 5 speed tasks as a hard task. And there's the combat achievement for having full crystal tier 3 in the normal Gauntlet. Is all of the normal Gauntlet combat achievements. Let's go and check the chest. Oh, a Dragon Halberd's actually decent. 21 kill count. We got our final armor seed. Let's go. We now have enough for make full crystal. So yeah, we barely have enough shards to even make the crystal legs, but there we go. We have full crystal. I think that's a league task. Equipped full crystal and also got 90 smithing with that. That's an elite task for 200 points. I think now I'm just going to train my range up to 80. 80 Slayer while AFKing these Blood Velge, which means we can now kill Necreals, and I believe that is a task. Let's go do that one. There is the task for defeating a Necreal. And there is 80 range, which means when we get the Bow of Ferrodin, we can actually just go ahead and wear it. And we're only 8 kills away from finishing the Blood Velge task, so I'll just go ahead and finish this task, get a new task, and we'll try to get that right there, that Bow of Ferrodin. That's what we're looking for. Our next task ended up being Necreals, which I kind of want to do anyway, for a chance at the Rune Boots, so I'll do that later. Let's go back to Corrupted Gauntlet. 232 kill count at the Gauntlet. I just got my first Crystal Weapon Seed, decided to go to the bank, and I saw myself a Crystal Impling, and turns out we just get ourselves the Elven Signet. I think wearing that is an elite task, 200 points. That's nice. And here is an elite and a master task. Completing Corrupted Gauntlet 50 times is an elite task for 200 points. And then the master task of all of the Gauntlet combat achievements. That is 600 points right there. The only thing that could really top all of that as achievements all at once is if I'm actually able to get the enhanced weapon seed. Unfortunately, no enhanced weapon seed, but so far we have gotten 10 armor seeds from the corrupted gauntlet, which gives me this giant shard stack plus our full crystal armor, and we've gotten 2 weapon seeds, which we can go into acorns later on if we need the extra shards. We might be able to corrupt it by the time we hit 80 KC, which is the drop rate. We are now up to 80 kill count at the corrupted gauntlet, and that is the drop rate with 5x drop rates for the bow of Ferrodin. So if I don't get the enhanced crystal weapon seed here, we are now dry on the bow of Ferrodin, which is unfortunate, but there's too many tasks getting the bow of Ferrodin, and it's such a good weapon for me. I pretty much have to grind until I get it. So let's see how dry we can go. Well, we've been continuing our corrupted gauntlet streak, and we're up to 150 kill count, and still we have not received the weapon seed. If we go into our collection log now and go to the gauntlet, we have 22 armor seeds, 18 normal weapon seeds, and 0 enhanced, but we haven't opened KC number 150 chest. Are we going to get it now? Unfortunately not, which means we have to continue going, and that was actually the last kill count task. Every kill count after this, there's no more tasks I can get except for getting that enhanced seed, and there's way too many points for me to skip it. There's like 400 point task for corrupting a Bofa, 400 point task for corrupting a blade, just equipping a blade's 200 points, equipping a Bofa's 200 points. I have to get this enhanced weapon seed to continue playing the game, so I'm going to be here for however long the game wants me to be here. Hey, I just managed to hit 2,000 total while doing CG. That's something decent, I suppose, but we're still missing that enhanced. Yes! 185 kill count, it exists! The enhanced crystal weapon seed, I can finally move on with the game. Okay, made my way over to the singing bowl, and the first thing we're actually going to make is the blade of Celador. That's going to be 80,000 XP. And then we'll go ahead and wear that, which is a task to wear any enhanced crystal weapon. And what we're also going to do is we're going to go ahead and corrupt it, because wearing a corrupted Bofa is also, or a corrupted Blade of Celador is in a master task, I believe. Let's put that on. There's the master task, 400 points for equipping a corrupted bow of Celador. And then we're actually going to fully uncharge it to lose all of those crystal shards, but it is okay. And I think I need to revert it back to a normal crystal. And then we are going to turn it into a bow of Ferrodin, another 80,000 XP. I think wearing a Bofa is also, oh no, it's just any crystal weapon. But if we go ahead and corrupt the bow of Ferrodin for another 2,000 crystal shards, so running low, but not as bad as I will be fine. And we can wear that thing, and we now have another 400 points, 1,000 points for just getting a bow of Ferrodin, and I can now claim my adamant ring trophy, so that's pretty big, 28,000 points. After completing all those combat achievements, I think I have the medium combat achievements I can claim, so I get an XP lamp that I can throw onto Herblore again. That's another 160,000 Herblore XP. We're up to 86 Herblore. Once we get up to 90, we can make a super combat potion. Now that I have my bow of Ferrodin, what I want to work on now is Zora. I want to get some Zora uniques, and once I get myself a blowpipe specifically, I think I should be ready to take on the Inferno. I'll have some range levels, plus I'll get some more than. I can cast Barrage after getting the magic levels from the Gauntlet. I think I'll be ready to go. So let's do some Zora. Let's see if I can get any uniques. I got the first combat achievement at 4 kill count. We got a speed trialist one. We're at 22 kill count. We got our first unique, the Serpentine Visage. That's one of the better ones. That means we can go ahead and make our Serp Helm, and that is going to be our best in slot melee helm forever. Plus 5 strength bonus, not too bad. The Venom effect doesn't really affect us because we have the melee relic. But hey, that's kind of cool. If we go ahead and I think use a chisel on our Serpentine Visage, we now have a Serpentine Helm, and throw some scales in there and just go ahead and throw that on our head, and we have another elite task done. Serpentine Helm. Now let's go ahead and grind out that blowpipe. This may not seem like a notable drop, but we just got ourselves a spirit seed. I can't remember where, but I got another spirit seed somewhere throughout this league's journey, and with 2 spirit seeds I can plant one in Brimhaven and I can plant one in my house, and that'll actually be a task to teleport to your own spirit tree. Well, that's not really what I wanted to see, a duplicate Serpentine Visage, but there is a task for breaking down a Zora unique, so I guess we can get that task. There's one task, defeating Zora 50 times, which is a hard task, so that's 80 points there. Another unique, an uncut onyx. Not exactly what I'm looking for, but I suppose we'll take one. 81 kill count. Another unique, the Magic Fang, which means we're only 1 unique away. Unfortunately, the Magic Fang is not what I'm looking for, but this is one I can pretty safely dismantle and get that 200 points. I wanted to keep the Serp just in case. That is a beautiful 102 kill count. That was, I'm pretty sure the exact kill count to get all the uniques is 102 with 5x drop rates. Yeah, it's 102 kill count. So that is absolutely amazing. Every single unique from Zora, and right there at the end, we've got ourselves our blowpipe. Let's go ahead and make one. There's a 200 point task for crafting a toxic blowpipe. Well, now that I have my blowpipe and we have it fully charged here, 1500 darts, don't exactly have an Ava, so that's unfortunate, so I'll be very sparingly on my blowpipe. Full charge Bofa, full crystal armor. This is what I'm going with as the Inferno setup. Hopefully it should be fine since I can have literally noted everything. A little low on soul runes, actually. I should probably get some of those because yeah, you need those for Blood Barrage. So I'm going to grab some soul runes and send our first Inferno attempt. Halfway through the Inferno, I actually got a combat achievement, which is actually 200 combat points. I didn't think I'd get that early, but that's also 200 point task, up to 29k points. Hopefully we can make it all the way through the Inferno. At this point, I'm sure a lot of you have seen Inferno done quite a few times, and with the relics, it does make the Inferno quite a bit easier. Though I should mention, with my melee relic, my DPS isn't really super increased during the Exec fight, except for the Infinite Thrall. It's pretty good to have. So it still played out very similarly to a main game Inferno. However, I do end up making a pretty big mistake during the fight, so let's see if you can catch it. Well, now that we have the Infernal Cape, I think I want to send some Tombs of Amasket. I feel like that is the next step on my journey. I feel like if I do Tombs of Amasket, get something like a Fang, I can take on some Corporal Beast, and that would be amazing. So let's start gearing up for TOA, maybe send some duos, trios, we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I didn't have a voice recording for the first two runs. We unfortunately got a white light, so we didn't get a purple, but we did get a lot of combat achievements, and on the second run, we did actually get a purple, but it was not in my name. I'll be done with Tombs of Amasket with those two raids from now. I think I did accomplish what I came here to do, but not anything crazy as I didn't receive a purple in my name. We got ourselves the Thread of Eliteness. We got ourselves over 100 Dragon Dart tips. That's a lot of tasks alone with those items right there. I'm happy with that. I'm going to move on and come back when I have a little bit better items. What I want to start working on now is some Slayer. As when we left off, we get ourselves a Necreal task, and I really want to try barraging them if it is possible. We'll see about that. So I'm going to make some Bracelets of Slaughter and get into it. I've actually never been to the Wilderness Slayer caves. I do believe there's Necreals in here, and I was told you can also barrage them. I forgot a weapon to tag them with. I'll go grab that, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Actually, with that being said, since I have the melee relic, I do take attack with melee, so I just throw this on pound and then I can barrage away. This looks pretty decent. I think this is pretty much how I do it in the Krang caves. Looks about the same to me. I do believe if killing it in this caves, there's like some special drops you can get from just specifically killing any monster within the cave on task. I guess we'll see as time goes on. Looks like you actually can get superiors here, and from that superior, we got ourselves a Laurent's key. I'll take it. Second superior of the task, and another Laurent's key. I think it's a guaranteed Laurent's key or something like that, because both of them gave one. Yeah, it's pretty big. Ruin boots as a drop from these Necreals. That is actually my new best in slot that I currently have for melee boots, but I did hit 83 Slayer while here, and I'm actually getting closer to 84 Slayer, and I'll probably get even higher than that, maybe enough to 85, so I can do Abyssal Demons after this task. But that is our new best in slot. However, after this task, I'll probably go and grind out the Dragon Boots. Necrearch number 3, another Laren's Key, and we actually got a task for defeating 10 Superiors. Oh, there's a actual unique, a Mist Battle Staff from that Superior. That's pretty decent. Apparently, it's also a task to wear the Mist Battle Staff, and I haven't worn a combination Battle Staff yet, so that's 2 tasks done. Necreal task completed, and what an amazing task it was. But before we get our next task, there are a few things I want to do, as doing that task unlocked quite a few things. Getting 85 Slayer, got quite a few Laren's keys that I probably want to open, so let's get to that. First thing I want to do is go ahead and grind out these Dragon Boots, and I actually don't even think there's a task for wearing them. Yeah, there's not. And while I'm here, I may as well get an Ecumenical Key, as there are some tasks for that. That task took a little longer than I wanted it to, as you can see here, over 100 kill count here at the Godboys dungeon, but we got it, the Ecumenical Key, and that also puts us to over 30,000 points. To get the Dragon Rank, we need 56,000, so we're getting close. Next up, we have 9 Laren's keys to open, and I really hope we can get a Dagonite piece. Let's see, first one for Rune. Oh, wow, that was real fast. The Dagonite top, that's actually a really good one. It's probably the best piece you can get. Let's just continue to span open these. Can we get any other Dagonite pieces? But honestly, I'm just happy with that. Oh, 100 Dragon Directives. That would have been good if I didn't get any from TOA. And the last Laren's key. Nothing, but we got ourselves equipped a piece of Dagonite. That is very nice. Glad we actually got a Dagonite piece. One last thing I want to do before getting onto Slayer. I don't know if I'll have enough Pure Essence here to do it, but if we go ahead and look at the Kromja Diaries, I'm only 2 tasks away, and now that I got Calquat Seeds from Zora, I should be able to do it. The problem is 56 Nature Ruins without using extracts, so I don't know if 18,000 Pure Essence is enough to get me up to 91 rune crafting, but we'll see what this gets me up to. 85 rune crafting, I definitely don't have enough Pure Essence to get all the way up to 91, but we'll continue to do Slayer, and any Pure Essence drop I get will get me closer and closer to that goal. Anyway, time to get another task, and 34 bears. May as well do that Callisto, see how that goes. Okay, 12 kill count here, and we got ourselves a Tyrannical Ring. I think it is a task to wear one of those, elite task even. 200 points there, that's beautiful. And we got an attack level here at RDO, 98 attack, but more importantly, 120 combat for an elite task. Here's a pretty big task, 125 Abyssal Demons. There is definitely a task to kill the Sire or Slayer boss. Let's just kill one Sire and see what that gets us. Someone like tagged the Abyssal Sire, so I didn't get the full task, but I got a task for slaying an Abyssal Demon. I guess that's a start. I'll get one more kill and see if I get all the Sire tasks next kill. There we are, we got those tasks completed. Defeat the Abyssal Sire and defeat a Slayer boss is 2 more hard tasks, so another 160 points there. Also got some combat achievements. They don't stop moving and they grow up too fast. I think that's good. I'll look at the Sire combat achievements and see if they're all completable for me. 8 kill count, and we've got our first Unsired. I think the drop rate's 1 in 20 of our 5x drop rates. Let's see what we get from this one. There's a task for Abyssal Dagger, there's a task for Bludgeon, there's a task for Whip I haven't even done yet. Any of those would be nice, and we get our first Bludgeon piece. That's probably the best I can probably get, because that means I do want to finish my Bludgeon, so 1 out of 3. Hey, still doing Sire, and we actually got 99 attack. That's actually pretty nice, another 200 points there. I did not know that was a task, but 50 KC at the Sire, that is an elite task, so that's 200 points. Sire number 2 at 72 kill count. I went quite dry for this one. Hopefully there's something good inside of it. And we got ourselves an Abyssal Whip. That is not what we're looking for, but it is a task, I guess. Elite task, but yeah, that's kind of not how I wanted to get my whip. Unsired number 3 at 89 kill count. Really just want the dagger or the bludgeon piece. And oh my god, a jar of miasma, that's completely useless. Unsired number 4, and apparently you can actually use a jar in your house for like 200 points, so it wasn't useless, but let's just hope for no duplicates. No whip, no jar. Give me the bludgeon piece, or there we go, bludgeon piece, perfect. 1 bludgeon piece away, or a dagger would also be good. Sire task completed. Unfortunately, only got 4 unsired with a 1 in 20 drop rate. I should have gotten around 6 and 125 Abyssal Demons, but we'll have plenty more tasks in the future. Let's go get a new one. And we have bears, so I guess we're heading back to RDO. Maybe we can get ourselves some Voidwaker piece. Maybe we can get the Revenant weapon upgrade I currently don't have, but 52 is a fair amount. Hey, there's a task, defeating Callisto, or I guess in this case RDO. 50 times. I think there's tasks to get up to 300 kill count, so getting these bear tasks is quite nice. There's one of the items we're looking for, the Claws of Callisto. That means whenever I do get my Vigorous Chain Mace, I can make it into an Ursine Chain Mace. So I'm gonna grab that and get out of here. Yes, there it is, the Void Waker hilt, the first piece of the Void Waker I've gotten so far. 83 kill count at RDO, and RDO is my most hated wilderness boss, but that's all of the RDO uniques I think I have now. I've gotten the Voidwaker hilt, I've gotten the Claws of Callisto, I've gotten the ring, I've gotten a Dragon Pickaxe before, and I've gotten a Dragon Two-Hander. So I think that's a green log of RDO. That's beautiful. RDO task completed. What is next? Hill Giant setup. We have fast one. And before I do that, since we are having an abundance of points, one thing I do want to do is just go ahead and buy a rune pouch just so I can have some extra inventory space. And I can also get a 200 point task making this into a divine rune pouch. This should be a 200 point task here by either using the needle or the thread or whatever on the rune pouch. There we go. And that is a nice 40 points. What? It's a medium task? I guess we'll take it. Well, I decided to use up some of my Giant's Key for the Hill Giant task, and I ended up actually getting a Giant's Club. I believe it's a task to wear one of those. That's a hard task even, so 80 points for just getting lucky. And I'm going through all the combat achievements. I've got them all done now, except for 5 kill count, which we'll get on the next kill. 181 Necrails, beautiful barrage task. And while doing this task, we got ourselves 99 magic, another 200 points. Finished the Necrail task, but from that task, we got 12 Loran's keys. Nothing special from these 12 keys. Another task, 20 Slayer creatures. Oh, that's amazing. 180 Revenants. That's the task I want to see. They fixed the Revenant drop rate, so I should be able to get insanely fast Revenant weapons being skulled and on task. Let's give it a good go, and I'll probably go ahead and use the rest of my Slaughter Bracelets for this as well. Hey, there's the first drop. We're like 3 kills in, and we've got ourselves an Amulet of Avarice. I believe that, so this has like the stats of a glory, but it like also works as a salve amulet, so it's gonna be a huge DPS increase. On just like 20 kills, 10 kills later, we have a second Amulet of Avarice. That could have been a Revenant weapon. That's unfortunate. Yes, that's the one I wanted to see, actually. I'm not even joking. Damaran Scepter was the actual one I wanted to go for here because it's like a charged staff. I want all 3 Revenant weapons eventually, but Damaran Scepter is a very, very good one. That's the, like I said, the one I want. The unfortunate part is I actually don't currently have, I think it is the Vedion Skull in order to upgrade this to the next tier. And actually, I think just wearing this is actually an elite task, so that's nice. So I need to go do some Vedion after this task, but that is amazing. At Damaran Scepter, we now have a charged staff. Revenant task completed, and since we got the Damaran Scepter, I think now is a good time to head to Vedion and go for the Skull of Vedion. With the 5x drop rates, I think it's like a 1 in 40 from specifically Vedion. And if we end up spooning the Voidwalker Blade, I'll have 2 out of the 3 pieces, and I may as well just go for the Voidwaker final piece from Venenatus. Hey, 61 kill count, and we got it. That was not a long grind at all, but I'm actually quite enjoying Vedion. I think I actually just want to stay here for a little bit, see if I can get lucky and get the Voidwaker piece. If I can, awesome, I can use that. If not, when we got our skull. With the Skull of Vedion, we are now able to make our Cursed Scepter, and if we wear that, another elite task, another 200 points. It looks sick, and it is a very, very good weapon. Even has its own special attack. I think I have to charge it up first. That is amazing. Kind of random, but after doing about 100 Vedion KC, I had to AFK for a little bit, so I decided to do some teaks and just about 2 to 3 hours of AFKing, and we're about to get 99 fire making and also 99 woodcutting pretty much right after. Fire making is a little more XP per hour, so we're going to get this one first right now. There we are, 99 fire making, and they also added a toggle to the Trailblazer axe, so if we take this off and toggle this now, it will no longer burn the resources, so I can use these teak logs for some construction. So let's go ahead and get 99 woodcutting. And here's the second 99 woodcutting. Those 2 tasks completed, 200 points apiece, puts up to 33k. And I think I do want to head back to Vedion and try to get that Voidwaker. I could continue doing some Slayer and maybe get a skeleton task, but that barely gets you any Vedion KC to begin with. And I think I really want that Voidwaker, maybe take on some Toons of Amasket now that we have that Accursed Scepter. Let's just go back to Vedion and try our luck. Yes, there it is, the Voidwaker Blade. That means we now have 2 out of the 3 Voidwaker pieces. That means we have to head over to the boss that we've actually done the most of, which is Venenatus, and get that Voidwaker gem. Yes, there it is! The Voidwaker gem! We have completed our Voidwaker. That did not take too long at all. I thought I was going to go super dry. That's amazing. Let's go ahead and make a Voidwaker. Alright, to make the Voidwaker, I believe I talked to Madam Sikaru here with the 3 pieces in my inventory. I have these parts of a weapon. I have 500k in my inventory as well. Make the Void Waker, and we have it. A very, very good spec weapon that is also an elite task. It should be a master task, to be honest, because you have to kill 3 different bosses, but I'm not complaining. And we also have an amazing spec weapon now with the Weapons Master. I don't know how much this Voidwaker will benefit from the Weapons Master, but let's go test it out. Let's go get a new Slayer task. Our next task is actually Lava Dragons. Now, I normally wouldn't do Lava Dragons, but with the Voidwaker, only 26 of them, and there's actually a task to equip a normal Lava Battle Staff, and I have no idea how to get it other than Lava Dragons. I'm going to give it a try. Meleeing it probably won't go well, but like I said, I'll give it a try. So I have no idea how Voidwaker is going to work here for Lava Dragons, but let's just go ahead and pot up, and I just want to spam specs at the start with my HP as well and see how this goes. Yeah, that's very good. That is very good. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. I didn't think it would actually be that insane. The item I was talking about, we actually got in just like 3 or 4 kill count, and there's that task I needed to get done. I finished up the Lava Dragon task, and I figured after getting all those Lava Dragon bones, we've actually accumulated quite a few bones in our bank as well. May as well go ahead and take a trip to the Chaos Altar, see how much prayer levels I can give, because I have a feeling this is going to get me quite far. I was training my prayer, just got 84 prayer, but more importantly, 2100 total, which is another elite task I did not see coming. All of the bones used, and it got me up to 90, very close to 91 prayer. However, at level 90 prayer, there is a very free elite task that I can go ahead and do. And it's as simple as restoring 90 prayer points right here. Oh, apparently it's only a hard task. 90 prayer points is a hard task. That is something else, but either way, got that task done. And while I am here in Prif, we may as well complete the task to kill a Dark Beast. There is the Dark Beast task completed, and if we ever get a Dark Bow from one of these guys, there's another task to wear one of those. I don't know if we're able to do that one though. And speaking of free tasks, there's a few of them I haven't done yet, including just having a rune crossbow. You would think having a Voidwaker, Bofa, full crystal, and Infernal Cape, I'd at least have a rune crossbow by now. But no, I have not gotten myself a rune crossbow, so let's go ahead and make one. I believe you just attach the limbs onto the stock. And I believe fletching one is a task, so that's a nice 80 points from a hard task, and wearing one is another hard task, so 160 points right there. Another free task, make 30 prayer potions. I don't know if one dose potions work, but if it does, that's an elite task for creating 100 divine ranging potions. That is 200 points. That's actually pretty insane. What I think I want to work on next is actually construction. It's currently my lowest skill, and I was looking at some tasks, and there are once again quite a few tasks I can complete, just getting my construction up to as simple as 80, but let's see what I can get. I got a lot of oak plank drops from Vedion. That's gonna get a lot of levels. There is 80 construction, which is also base 80s for a 200 point task. For some reason I was thinking that was a hard task, so it's nice to get 200 points there. Should be another task for building an achievement gallery. That's what it is. Build one of those bad boys, and that is a hard task. A nice 80 points there. And if we can build this boss lair, which it looks like we can, we just need to grab some items. We'll get another test. Oh, actually, it's 87 construction, so it looks like I might have to grind some more levels for that later. However, one thing I think I can build in my house right this second is a spirit tree. I do need 83 farming, which I'm boosting for right now, and 75 construction, so I should be able to do that. And I have another spirit sapling, which I want to put in Brimhaven. Hopefully, spirit trees work with this Instagrowth stuff, so I'm going to use my boost, and yeah, it does work. So I am curious if I use this spirit tree to teleport to my house. Will that count to the task to teleport to your own spirit tree? Okay, it didn't count that way, but what if I go the other way? That does work. Okay, I was scared that wouldn't work. 200 points for traveling between your spirit trees. And while I'm in the area, we may as well plant our Calquat. Now that we got those from Zora, check the health of that thing, and that should be a task, 80 points, and it is also a Karamja diary, the elite one. Now the only thing I am missing in the Karamja elite diary is crafting double nature runes, which is 91 rune crafting, which I do not have banked. I'm very close. I need some more pure essence, so maybe I'll play a game of Soul Wars here in the future. One other seed I've gotten recently is the cactus seed. I got these from Necreals, and I do believe it is a task to check the health of your cactus, a medium task, but it's points nonetheless. And there's still quite a few tasks that I haven't done yet that are pretty easy to do, but honestly, I was just looking through them. A lot of them require just a little bit of grinding, which I do not feel like doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get another task. Dark Beast is actually good because I do need to get that Dark Bow, and I feel like 61 is a good amount. If I get a Superior, that'll be very, very good. It's a good chance of getting the Heart and the Gem from that. However, I don't feel like doing Dark Beast right now. I actually feel like doing a Tombs of Amasket. Now that I've got a Voidwaker, it's a pretty decent stab weapon. I feel like we can send some decent tombs. Let's go ahead and get into the Tombs of Amasket now. I think I have a pretty good 300s sorted out, but it is League, so 300s kind of low. I think I can just go ahead and turn on Blazing Tombs, and we have now a 500 raid. We're able to complete a 500 invocation. We get a like 75% chance of a purple, something like that. Not only that, and we'll also, if we do it deathless, we'll get the kit for the Avas, the kit for the Eliteness Ward, and we'll also get the kit for the Fang. Now, I can't really do much with the kit for the Avas, but I can potentially actually use the kit for the Eliteness Ward for some points, and I can also use the kit for the Fang for some points quite easily as long as I get the Fang. Yeah, let's go ahead and send it. I'm pretty confident with what I have. If I need any other items in the future, then we'll go grab that, but this seems good to me. 500 invocation completed. Unfortunately, I did die to Zebak to a stupid mistake, but are we going to get a purple anyway? And it looks like we actually do have a purple. We have an extremely high chance of getting one, so it's not that surprising. So our first purple from Tombs of Amasket. What is it going to be? Hopefully we can get a Fang because that'll help out a ton. Lightbearer is also a very good item. The two most common items is what we're really looking for. And it looks like it is going to be a Fang. That's a beautiful item to get. The Osmutin's Fang. We also get the Breach of a Scarab, which we can use on our Karis Partisan. And it actually works outside of the raids as well, so that's actually pretty good. And also an Elite Clue. I want to send it back the exact same raid, but now with a Fang, it's going to be way faster. And hopefully I don't die, so I can actually get the 500 kit to put on the Fang for another 400 points. There it is. The 500 invocation done. Hardcore tombs and down do specs. Combat achievements completed. And we'll guarantee get the kit, but do we also get a purple? No purple, that's unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, this is a guaranteed kit here. So there is our Cursed Phalanx, our Menifite Ornament kit, and our Missouri Crafting kit. So let's take those three items. We can bank the rest for now. And I believe all we have to do is use the Osmutin's Fang on the Cursed Phalanx, and then wear that. And that is a 400 point task. A nice master task completed. It puts us up to 35k points. Now I won't lie, that raid is quite easy with the 200 invocations that you get for free by doing it on Blazing Tombs 1. So I think I want to try to just add Blazing Tombs 2 now, and that'll put it up to a 700 invocation. That should give me a guaranteed purple solo. So yeah, let's give it a go. Wasn't really paying attention, but I got an elite task for 300 combat achievement points. Don't know what I even did rocking around the croc, but we got it. Another raid completed. This time we have a 700 invocation. However, I did die Zebak, so I hope that's still 100% purple. We got a purple. I don't know if it was 100%. Let's see what we can get. And our second purple at Tombs of Amasket is going to be a duplicate Fang. Decided to run a duo, and we have ourselves a purple. And our third purple is going to be a third Fang. Let's go. I called it. Back to back my purples. What are we going to get this time? Oh, we actually have a good drop. A Lightbearer. That's actually really, really good for my relics. Lightbearer. And I believe it is also a point task to wear that. A hard task. It's very, very nice. This is another purple from me. Lightbearer. Dupe Lightbearer. Alright, first Corp Beast kill. Magic logs. But I got the task. Oh, I just got an elite task. 25 million. Strength XP. Nice. Another 200 point task. Still grinding out the Visage. 25 million HP XP. I've been grinding Black Dragons for a bit now. If we check our loot tracker, between Black Dragons and King Black Dragon, we're about halfway to the drop rate of the Visage, since it's about a 1 in 1,000 on League, since 5x drop rates. And I am getting quite bored of that, so I think I want to take a break from killing the Black Dragons and actually just move on to doing some points. I've done a decent amount of tombs, got the Fang and the Lightbearer, so I really just want to do something different other than Tombs of Amasket or Black Dragons for the Visage. So yeah, let's look at some easy tasks I can get done, and let's just go on a point spree. Starting off, I'm going to need some dragon fruit for a dragon fruit pie to boost to dragon darts, which is going to get me quite a few tasks. So we can plant some dragon fruits here and actually just get some free farming levels. And I have 2 of them. So actually I saved one right there. So I got 3 of them. I take that back. I now have 4 of them because of Farmer's Fortune. And I'm just getting an insane amount of farming XP per. So this is actually great. Honestly, with the crystal acorns as well, I might just have 99 farming banks. So let's actually go for 99 farming. So starting off, I have about 21 crystal acorns here, and plus the Farmer's Fortune sometimes saves my tree. Let's just see how many farming levels that would get me from 88 starting out. I've just finished using all of my crystal saplings. It was like 21 acorns, I think I said, and I went from 88 farming to 97 farming. That is actually insane. So just 20 plants, and I saved quite a few of them and got pretty lucky. 825 crystal shards from that as well. Let's move on to, I guess, our magic saplings. We have quite a few of those, and let me just make sure I look through all the achievement diary and tasks and I don't miss one and I have to like re-buy a seed or something like that. I look through all the requirements. It seems like all of them don't really require anything. The only thing I need to keep is a spirit tree to make a spirit tree and fairy ring in the future. So let's go ham on this and get 99 farming. Well, just as simple as checking this magic tree right here should be 99 farming. That was probably the fastest I've ever gotten 99 farming. What was that, 86, 88 I started with? Doesn't even matter. It comes so fast. Honestly, since there's tasks for getting 25 mil, 35 mil, and 50 mil farming, that's something I'll have to do. Not right now, but in the future, because I still have so many seeds left. I still have these magic saplings I can plant right now. I was growing some palm saplings. There's genuinely so many seeds I have in my bank, and I'm going to continue to do my birdhouse runs. Yeah, that 50 mil farming should be free for me. Also, since I'm in Lumbridge doing all of these tasks, I may as well also claim the combat achievements that I completed. I believe if we go into more options and claim some combat achievements, I completed them during Tombs of Amasket. I didn't even realize. So we now have an antique lamp that we can put on Herblore, which actually should give a decent amount of experience. It should give me 87 Herblore, so that's a level there. Next up, I'm going to head back to the Iron Power Mine, get up to 85 mining because there is a task to mine 1 Runite ore in the wilderness for 200 points. And I think it's a mine 200 Runite ore in Prif. That one's going to take a while, but 1 Runite ore in the wilderness should take no time at all. So let's get that level. We just got 85 mining, which means I can now go and mine a runite ore in the wilderness. And there is that task completed, a nice 200 points. And speaking of the wilderness, with 85 mining, we go to the wilderness hard diaries. We're only missing 2 tasks and we can now do both of them. So let's actually just go get that one done as well. So there's a task to chop and light on fire a magic log in this resource. I was curious if the Trailblazer tool worked. It worked for the first stage, but I brought my own magic log just in case it wouldn't. So that should be that task completed, and now let's go do the smith one. And this should be the task to smelt my own rune scimitar. This one was a little complicated with the Trailblazer tool. We got it done nonetheless. There is the Elite Wilderness Diary task completed. We got our 200 points. Now let's go and claim the sword. Got the Wilderness Sword 4, and then we throw all the XP on Herblore. It's going to be an 8,000 XP lamp, which is going to get me up to 88 and very close to 89. What I'm about to do is going to be 400 points plus a diary task. So fletching some dragon darts here is a diary task with the dragon pie that we're able to make from growing those dragon fruit trees. Let's go ahead and start with that. That is going to be, oh, that's actually not the diary. There's the diary down. I was just doing it in the wrong location. The camp is a little bit due south of where I was fletching it, and then once I fletch 200 dragon darts, that should be its own task of fletching 200 dragon darts, but also putting some dragon darts inside of your blowpipe is another league task. So there is 400 points just like that. Looking at some other points I can get now that I have much better gear, full crystal, infernal cape, fury, I think we can take on the more challenges here. There's 4 jads, 5 jads, 6 jads. All of those are combat achievements. Not only that, but they are also tasks. And I think there's a task to go 5 jads into 6 jads as well. So I've never actually even done 6 jads. So let's just see what I'm able to do. On the second try, there we go. We got ourselves the master combat achievement with the 4 jads. And we also got the elite combat achievement for killing 4 of them. I believe there's another one for killing 5, but I have not done 5 in a while. I've done it once and it was like with basically max gear, but we can give it a try. Maybe it's doable. 5 jad's gonna take some learning. I definitely think it is doable, but for now, yeah, it's gonna be a while. Looking at League's task, there is a League task to kill an ancient wyvern and any of the fossil island wyverns, so I should get both of those right there. Both of them are medium tasks. That's nice to get out of the way. Here's a task for fermenting 100 jugs of wine. And my first set of red d'hide should be another task. Very nice. We're over 38,000 points now. And also looking through the items in my bank, I have just enough putting on the Zamorak Kite Shield to reach 30 prayer bonus, which is an 80 point task. I think I'm also going to start working on this Runite ore challenge. Mining 200 Runite rocks, which hopefully is just 100 with the endless harvest, is going to be quite a challenge if worlds are contested, which I can see them being contested in the future. So let's see if we can maybe even get this done or just make some progress toward. Oh, I actually got the task. Mine 200 Runite ore in Tarnwin. That actually did not take long at all with this pickaxe. But speaking of rune ore, I think there's a task to get a Runite fragment from Volcanic Mine. I've never even done Volcanic Mine. I don't know if that'll be hard, easy. I want to give it a try though. I got the task for completing a game of Volcanic Mine. All I did was go in there and block something and come out, but there's the medium task done. Still haven't figured out how to get that Runite fragment, but I think I'll figure it out soon enough. Well, I figured out how to get a Runite fragment. Wasn't actually too hard to learn Volcanic Mine. Definitely recommend it if you guys are looking for a fast mining method. There's also another task here to get up to, I think it's 40,000 points with 8x multipliers. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to try to get it. buying the Ash Covered Tomb, another elite task, and it's also a collection log. That puts us up to 38.7 thousand points, getting really close to that rune rank now, which is only one away from the dragon rank. I joined some Soul Wars because I really wanted some pure essence to finish off the elite diary. I got my pure essence, but I also have 290 more zero to spend, so we go into other items and we buy an ectoplasminator. I think that is a hard task. Nice 80 points there. It's also a collection log. I have 40 more points, so may as well buy a Spoiler War. And since I don't plan to go back to Soul Wars, I guess we'll spend the rest on Prayer XP, a nice 29k, and nothing too special from more spoil. Wow, we had literally had just enough pure essence to get 91 rune crafting, which is the rune crafting level to get double nature runes, which means I can now do the Karamja Elite Diary. And I need these extra pure essence as well because there's a few diaries that I need for it. So literally had pretty much the perfect amount of pure essence. That's very lucky. And with this runecraft right here, that should be all of the Karamja diaries completed, which is an elite task and 200 points. And then we can claim that XP lamps to maybe get us to 80 herblore. We can now go ahead and claim our achievement diaries. So we get the Karamja gloves 4 to go straight to Duradale, but most importantly, herblore XP 80,000. That is enough to get us all the way to 90 herblore. So we can now make super combat potions, which will get us the Varrock elite diary and also just a 200 point task there. So this should be a 200 point task and the Varrock Elite Diaries. There's the Varrock Elite completed and the Elite task. So that's 400 points for just making a super combat potion. That's pretty good. The funny thing is though, I haven't even completed the Varrock Card Diaries. So I actually need to do a little bit of grinding before I can claim that. Hey, we got our full scepter within a reasonable kill count, so we combine those together, combine those together, combine those together, and then invoke our skull scepter. That should be all of the hard Varrock tasks completed. Now we can go claim those. Alright, Toby, I need some XP lamps, and I get the upgraded armor, which is actually pretty decent. Varrock armor 4. There we go. Throw this all in herblore yet again, 240k, and then the elite for 800k. 92 herblore now. We're halfway to 99. Continue to look at diaries. I pretty much have all of the Lumbridge requirements out of the way, except for smithing and adamant plate body, which I couldn't do previously, but I have 91 smithing now, so that should be no problem. And then there is that, the complete elite diary. I'm gonna claim another XP lamp, and I also pretty useful ring as well. There we go. Throw that into herblore as well. And we're up to 93 herblore, getting there. Looking at the rest of the diaries, there's only one more diary that I need to do, and that is the Desert Diary. And in order to do that, I actually have to get a Calphite head. This is auto-completed as soon as I get the drop. So I'm going to head to Calphite Keen. I did get a blue Karis from our Tombs of Amasket, so I can also get the League's task to hit 150 with the Karis Partisan, and that's 200 points, so that'll be very good. There's also KC task for the Calphite Queen, so let's find a free world and let's knock out a lot of tasks. Hey, there's a hard combat achievement, 25 KC. This kill right here is going to be 50 kills at the Calphite Queen. Still no head yet, but I'm going to be optimistic. Hey, we got it. The Calphite Queen head at, what is it, 54 kill count, so barely over the 50k C mark, which is very nice, and that's auto-completes the Desert Elite Diary. Another 200 points there. We're now over 40,000 points. Time to claim the last Elite Diary, and there we go. We get the Desert Amulet for it, which is actually a very useful amulet, along with that 800k herblore XP, as it has infinite teleports to Narda. It's kind of like having a POH in your house, and then you can always just use your crystal memories to tell back to where you were. So if you're bossing, kill the boss, teleport to Narda, and then the crystal memories back. Very good to not use supplies. Now that I've got all the diaries completed, I'm looking at my skills and getting our herblore above 90 and also our runecrafting above 90. We only have 3 skills now that are in the 80s. It's agility, mining, and construction. And since constructions are lowest, we'll start with that. I have a decent amount of mahogany logs I got from one of the wilderness bosses. I have a lot of oak planks from, I think it was a Vedion, and I have a few teak planks. So I'm going to turn all these into planks and then just use them in construction XP, and I think that'll be enough for 90. I don't really know, but I guess we'll see where it gets me. Still training construction, but I've used a little bit more planks, and we're up to 87, which means I can now build this boss lair right here. And with that, I can now put the jar of miasma in my house for a nice 200 points. There's 90 construction, the level I wanted to get, but looking at some tasks, if I'm able to get 93 construction, I can use my tea in my house to boost to 95 and create a spirit tree fairy ring, and that is a 200 point task, and I think I have enough supplies to get it. If not, I have some steel bars in the bank I can use to make sinks. I want to do that. I had to dip into the steel bars, but there we are, 93 construction. Let's go and get the +2 boost and create this fairy spirit tree here, and we should be able to get a 200 point task for that. I believe if I drink this tea, I'll get a +2 construction boost, so I have 95 construction, and I should be able to make the spirit tree and fairy ring for the nice 200 point task. What I'm going to do to start off is the Paul of Niche rooftop course, as there is a task to do 250 laps of a rooftop course, and this is the best XP rooftop I have available to me. Once I get 250 laps in total, or that task completed, I'll probably move over to Prif, as this is much better XP per hour, get that 90 agility, and then we'll start working on mining, which should be pretty easy. And there is level 90 agility from the rooftops. I thought for sure that I'd get the 250 laps before I got 90 agility, but there is the 90 agility, and I think we're really close to the 250 rooftops. It should count every rooftop I've done collectively. This is 170 here. I know I've done over 50 at Varrock, and I know I've done over 10 at Draenor. So hopefully we get that task done soon, or I'm just going to keep going until I get that task done. There is the task. It took a lot longer than I thought it would for only 80 points. That is absolutely not worth it. I guess I needed the agility XP anyway, so now only one skill away from base 90s. Let's go ahead and do some mining. There it is, 90 mining, which is now a base 90s, another 200 points and up to 40.9k points. Very nice. I think now I want to continue the grind on the Dragonfire Shield. It's such a good item. It's 400 points as well if I get it. It's plus 7 strength bonus, and the defense bonuses are really good. Plus with the melee relic, the defense bonuses are improved by 50%. There's just a lot of good reasons to get it. And if I end up going just a little dry, which I hope I do not, because it is a pretty excessive grind, I should also bank 99 prayer, 99 crafting, things like that. Should be very nice. I decided to start the Black Dragon grind using range, as I was extremely close to 99 range, and there we go. 99 range, another 200 point task. Now I'm going to switch to melee, and I get about 250 kills per hour of melee, and I've already killed over 500. So hopefully in the next 2 hours we can get ourselves a Draconic Visage. Yes! It exists! Oh my god, I thought I was going to go dry on this item. We got a little lucky, showing the drop, 834 dragons, so pretty much on drop rate. The Draconic Visage, I am done here. Oh man, I am super glad we got the Draconic Visage. I was so afraid of going dry, as you can probably tell. So afraid. Let's go and make a Dragonfire Shield for 200 points, and wearing one's also 200 points. Alright, let's go and smith this Dragonfire Shield. I think it's like a ton of XP in the main game when you smith one as well. So 32,000 XP here. Smith the Dragonfire Shield for 200 points, and wearing one, another 200 points. 400 points easy right there, but I do need to charge it up. And I actually don't know how this is going to work with like the melee relic, because I'm immune to Dragonfire damage. I'll go Iron Dragons to see how that is. Alright, I think I have my DFS fully charged. If I check here, 50 charges, I believe that's all I can hold. So now let's go and check the stats on this thing. Yeah, DFS alone, very good stats. Pretty much 70 in all defense, plus 10 magic, so that's also very decent. And then I get 50% more with the Brawler's Reserve, so this is like 100 defense and pretty much everything except for magic. So very insane on itself, plus 7 strength bonus, which is my best in slot strength bonus. And then we throw on our best gear that we currently have right now, and we get 150 strength bonus, which is pretty much the highest I should be able to have. I can't think of any upgrades that I can currently get. Maybe a Soul Reaper axe would be decent, but I'm not even sure if it would be decent compared to this. So let's head to Tombs of Amasket now, as I can't see any other upgrades that we could do. Actually, there is one thing I want to do before we do Tombs of Amasket. And the one thing I want to do is use up all of the Dragon Bones I got in the Visage grind. I collected every single Dragon Bone we got, and I think it was close to 1,000 bones is what I needed for 99 prayer at 90 right now. I have 860 plus in inventory plus the Wyvern Bone. I don't know what this is going to get me. If I'm lucky, I think it can get me 99. Let's just start using some bones and see what we get up to. 98 prayer, which is a task by itself, 126 combat, and I don't know if we're going to have enough for 99. It is going to be extremely close. It really just depends on how many bones I can save on my way there. Man, so close to that prayer level. 82k away. That is like 20 bones away from getting 99 prayer. Yeah, let's definitely get that prayer level before we do some Tombs of Amasket. Let's just do one game of Soul Wars, why not? Soul Wars game completed, and we should have enough zeal now. I barely got anything from that game, but it should just be enough. Just go and claim 10 on that. That's 35 KXP, so another 10. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do another 10 because I really wanted to use the rest on the Spoils of War. But there we go, 99 prayer. There is that achievement. I guess we'll go and open another Spoils of War since we're here. And nothing crazy. Well, now we have all the preparations. 99 prayer, we got our Dragonfire Shield. It is time to send some 700 invocations, which is a 100% purple Tombs of Amasket, and just farm some purples. Try to get the Shadow, a Missouri Body, or any Missouri piece actually is 200 points. Elating the Sword is actually an upgrade for us. It's some magic bonus, and it's also 200 points. That's what we're looking for. Middle of our first raid, we got 25 million attack XP, and that also gives us up to a rune trophy in the middle of Zebak right now, and I just died because of it, but that's so cool. Here is our first of many guaranteed purples coming back to the Tombs of Amasket, and we get ourselves our third ring. So we now have 3 rings and 3 fangs. I believe this is going to be purple number 7 of the account, and we've got ourselves another fang. That is great. So 7 purples so far, and if we check the collection log under raids, we have gotten 4 fangs and 3 light bearers. I think this is purple number 8. Honestly, I've lost count at this point, as you could probably tell. And we get another fang. Let's go. That's awesome. Another purple. What do we have this time? Another light bearer. Man, we are just not getting any uniques from the Tombs of Amasket. Just a bunch of light bearers and fangs. 5 fangs, 4 light bearers, no other rewards. Purple number 10. Can we please get something different than a fang or a light bearer? All right, we have something different, a Missouri mask. That is different and is actually a task to wear any Missouri piece. So there we go. There we go. Elite task completed. We actually got something unique. I'm happy about it. Now, the only real thing I need for points now is the Leading Sword and the Timic and Shadow. And we get back-to-back Missouri masks. That's not what we want to see. 11 purples and only 3 uniques. This is purple number 12. And we have ourselves another Asmuten's Fang. Let's go. Asmuten's Fang number 6 or something like that. After now having 6 Fangs, 4 Light Bearers, and 2 Missouri Masks, I think I'm going to take a small break from the Tombs of Amasket and start working on some more points, as now we're at 42,000, then goes 310 points. I want to work closer and closer toward that dragon rank, which is at 56,000 points. Starting up, making 1,000 unfinished potions as Zahur is an 80-point task. I've just been doing this one over time. Decided to AFK some more Carambods, and we are now up to 2,200 total level, and I think I'm going to go all the way to 99 fishing. I missed the level, but we did just hit 99 fishing, which is another 200 points. And in the process of hitting 99 fishing, Carambods give a lot of cooking XP, so we're up to 31 million cooking XP, so that was another 200 points, which puts us just shy of 43k points now. Next up, I think I want to work on a bunch of clues, as we're up to 50 beginner clue scrolls now, which is probably enough to green log the entire thing. And I've been getting a lot of clues, a decent amount from Carambods, but just the PVM, we've been doing 22 elites, 22 hards. That should be quite a few tasks get done if I complete all these. Let's just go through them all. So I'm on my hard clues, and I saw I got a step that required a headband and a crozier, and I did get a handbed the last time we opened clues, but I do not currently have a crozier, but I do believe I can get them from medium clues and hard clues, so I think I'm going to open the ones I have now just for a chance to get it. Okay, they're only from medium clues, so I just open the 4 medium clues I have, and I hope to get a crozier. If not, I'll just have to drop it and drop every step I get. First one, Crier Hat, which is also a task. Gain 10 unique items from medium clues. Oh, and we also got purple sweets. I think I've eaten purple sweets already though, but that is a task. Next one, no crozier here, but 2 new uniques. Please, crozier. Adamant Axe, Dig Site Teleports unique, but no crozier. And the last one for the chance of the crozier. Nope, no crozier. Accidentally misclicked one of my hard clues, but we got 15 hard clue collection logs completed, so that's kind of cool. Onto elite clues, I got a clue to kill the King Black Dragon, and there's also a combat achievement for killing the King Black Dragon 10 times in a row in a privately ended instance, and I also saw that that would be my 100th combat achievement, which is an elite task, and there's 200 points there. I have finished collecting all the clues. It took quite a bit longer than I thought it would, but I do hear there's a lot of tasks through clues. I haven't really looked through them all. Let's just start opening, starting with the 50 beginners I've collected. Honestly, I can probably just spam click through these things, but there is our first collection log. I'll just wait until I get an actual achievement. Okay, there we go. I saw one there. Fill 10 beginner clue collection log slots. That's good. 39 more beginners. Let's just kind of go through these fast. Any uniques? Any uniques? Nothing. That's a bunch of nothing. 25 more. There we go. Monk robe tee. I think I'm only missing the bottoms and bare feet or something like that. Going through them all. There's some more uniques. Small slippers. Still missing 2 uniques. Oh, there we go. There's the monk robe tee. 13 more beginners. I'm really hoping I can get the bear uniques. Oh, there's 35 uniques from beginner clues. That's nice to get. I really want the bare feet though. Those are the wrong feet. That's the wrong unique. Please, bare feet, bare feet. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, there it is. Wow, the last one. There's the bare feet. Now, I am also missing the black pickaxe, but you can get black pickaxes from easy clues and other clues just to be, but if we go to the collection log, 15 out of 16, yeah, they're just that black pickaxe. Alright, I checked the wiki, it looks like it's like a 1 in 36 to get a black pickaxe, so 5x drop rates puts it at like, what, a 1 in 6. I have 5 easies, there's the first, there's the second, there's the third, there's the fourth, and then there's the fifth. And there we go. We got the fill every beginner clue collection log. We actually got it on the 5th with the black pickaxe. So that's an elite task. That's 200 points there. That's actually big. I don't actually think I got any clue items or like any tasks from opening those 5 easies, but we did fill every beginner clue collection log, and that's pretty big. Now we have 19 hard clues to open, so we should get quite a few tasks from this. There we go. Dual Sign, our first one. Let's just continue opening. Enchanted Hat, that's pretty big. Keep going. That's 4 uniques. Oh, it's only 2 uniques. Oh, but there is a hard task. Gain 20 uniques from hard clue scrolls, so that is quite nice. Let's just continue the opening. Zamorak plates, some more purple sweets. A lot of uniques here. Red D. Oh, we had that one. Gothic Stole, Tan Cavalier. Thieving Bag. And Blue D'hide Body. I didn't even know Thieving Bag was an item. Another Armadillo Coif, and I have quite a few of those. Speaking of Armadillo, there's Armadillo Chaps and Bandos Chaps. 12 more hard clues. There we go. Oh, Armadillo D'hide Boots. This is our first D'hide Boots, and since they're Armadillo, we're only 2 Armadillo items away. We just need the Van Braces and the body, and we'll have the full Armadillo set, which is its own task. There is a body. I haven't had that, and we also got an elite task for filling 30 hard clue scroll slots. That's actually pretty big. 4 unique items in this one thing, so let's keep going. We got a Crozier. Didn't we need that for a task? I thought you could only get Croziers from medium clues. Well, you can get them from hard clues too, so that's awesome. So if we ever get the Crozier step, or actually, maybe it wasn't even a Crozier, I don't know. Well, we got one now. 50 uniques, actually, there we go. 50 uniques from hard clues, that's an elite task, so we're getting a lot of tasks. I'm glad I did these clues, but they took a while. Seems like it was worth it though. 8 more hard clue scrolls. First one, Ancient D'hide Coif. Oh, so we're getting close on the Ancient D'hide too now. That's 3 pieces of Ancient D'hide I believe we have. Next one, Ancient D'hide Body. We already had that, but we did get Zamorak Plate Legs, Bandos Legs, and Red D'hide Chaps. So there's 3 more uniques. Ancient D'hide Boots. So now we're only 1 Ancient D'hide away from completing it. We just need the Van Braces. There's 4 more uniques from that clue. That's nice. Keep going. Zamorak D'hide Boots, and our first Master, and a Robin Hood hat. I do believe it's a task to wear a Robin Hood hat, so let's throw that on. Oh, it's not even a task. Well, that kind of sucks. Alright, 3 more hard clues. I don't know what more tasks I can get, but hopefully we can get Ancient D'hide Van Braces. That's what I'm really looking for. Oh, another Robin Hood, but there's a medium task for opening 25 hard clues, so that's quite nice. And last one, please. The only item I want is the Ancient D'hide Van Braces. Can we get them? I thought I can like speak them into existence there, but it's alright. Got every other clue item. After just the hard clues, we're already up to 44,000 points, which means you're almost getting 1,000 points from doing the clues, so I guess it was worth it. It did take quite a bit of time, but it is okay. We're still missing that Ancient D'hide Van Braces, but we will probably do more hard clues in the future if they really are that many points. We still have 22 elites as well, though, so there's going to be quite a few points from here, and we're looking close on collection logs for 200 collection log slots, which I believe is 200 points as well. Let's just get started with the elites, and the first one we get a master clue, but no uniques. I'm happy with master clues though. I have 0 master clues completed. Let's go into our next one. There we go, 2 uniques, the Dragon Scimitar Ornament Kit and a Black Plate Body G. Let's keep going. Dragon Cane and a Katana, more collection log slots, so I like to see. Next one, we have nothing unique, unfortunately. Next one, there we go, 10 uniques from Elite Clues as a hard task, but we've had the Royal Gown before, so it's not a collection log slot. Oh, we also got an Elite task from that last clue. Fill 3 Elite Clue collection log slots. I didn't realize that we took that long to just fill 3 slots, but that is a medium task. It's only 40 points though. 17 more Elites. Let's just keep it going. There we go. Taibai Trio Teleports. That's a collection log slot at least. Let's continue. Black D'hide Chaps G. That is nice. Let's keep it going. Master Scrollbook, and Red Firelighters. I actually have not completed the task to light a colored fire yet, so it's taken me this long to get any Firelighters. It's taken me this long to get that 10-point task, but lighting any colored logs is a 10-point task, so that puts us up to a nice, I think, even amount though. So 320, so we're in like a multiple of 40 now. 14 more elites, let's keep them going. A Royal Scepter, that is a collection log slot, that is nice, let's just keep them going. Dragon Chain Body Ornament Kit, we actually have a Dragon Chain Body, might as well use that. Oh, and from that, we also got our 200 collection log slots I was talking about, so that is an elite task, a nice 200 points. 12 more elites, keep them going. There we go, a nice Black D'hide Body T. Sagacious Spectacles, and 25 uniques from Elite Clues is an elite task, so 200 points there. We got a lot of tasks there, and also 10 collection log slots, so that's pretty nice. I guess we get our nice glasses. All right, 10 more elite caskets, and we're up to 44,800 points. So almost 2,000 points gained from these clues. That's insane. Another unique, so we'll take it. No uniques here, unfortunate. Keep it going. Oh, there we go. 2 uniques, white firelighters and afros. It seems like I get the firelighters from the elite clues, but I'll take anything. Next one, a master clue. Even though it's no uniques, masters are amazing. Infinity, Dark Infinity Recolor Kit. I actually have Infinity, so that's going to be cool to use. 5 more. Oh, Monocle plus a lot of other items and a master, so that's pretty nice. Only 4 more leads to go, but we will have some masters to open right after, so let's just keep it going. It looks like we have even more masters to open and another collection log slot. Won't complain about that. Next one, no collection log slots. A little unfortunate. No collection log slots, but a master. And our last one, we get a Shazian Skirt, so it is a collection log slot. Anything there? No. Unfortunately, that is all the task for elite clues, but I'm complaining at all. That is a lot of points to get done from clue scrolls. Very happy about that. Now we have 7 masters to do, so let's see what we can get from those. I was looking through tasks that I can complete just from the last, and apparently equipping full God Ruin is a task, and I just got it with Bandos. I didn't even realize I had that one, so 80 points there, so even more points from the clue scrolls. I managed to get 5 master caskets. I had to drop 2 of the clue scrolls, but I'm very happy with that, and I haven't even completed the task for finishing 1, so we're going to instantly complete that task, and also a task for getting a unique, so 160 points for just opening a single master clue. I think there's also a task for getting like 3 master uniques, so hopefully we get some, because I think the Lovakenge hood is, oh, it is a unique, so 1, we still need 2 more. There we go, that's 2. Actually, Robe of Darkness is the only thing unique from a master clue, the Gothic Space 2. So that's 2. Please, 1 more master clue unique. There we go. We got Samurai Casa and an Archaeos Hood. I believe that is a task. It is not a task. Maybe it's 5. So I guess we need 1 more unique. There we go. 10 unique items from master clue scrolls. And I also think getting 5 unique items from... there you go. There's 2 more hard tasks. That's the ones I was talking about. And I guess we have 1 more clue. Which we get 2 fancy towers. Rolling twice there is a little interesting. Nothing in the task, but there we go. We got 4 tasks from that. Gain 1 master clue scroll, gain a unique item, gain 10 uniques from masters, and fill 5 master clue collection log slots. Now that I've completed all my clue scrolls, and it's gotten me up to 45,200 points, which is absolutely insane. We are on less than 11,000 points away from that dragon tier, so I want to start working on Slayer again. There's a lot of tasks I can get from completing Slayers, just in the superior monsters alone. There's quite a few tasks, but there's actually unique items I can get from Slayer. And I ended with the Dark Beast task, which has a Dark Bow plus very good superior rates. Finished the Dark Beast task, and now we have Abyssal Demons. That's great, because we can finish up at Sire. We're still missing the Abyssal Dagger for 200 points. We're 1 piece away from the Bludgeon for 200 points, and there's quite a few just tasks at the Abyssal Sire, like a 150 kill count. That gives another 200 points. Let's get to it. A short 3 kill count into the task, we get ourselves an Unsired. There's like a half of a chance now that we complete the Bludgeon, and it's a very good chance we also get the Dagger. One of those 2 would be amazing. If I'm going to be honest, I'd much rather have the Dagger, as if I get the Dagger, the Bludgeon pieces are way more common. So just give me the Dagger here, and another jar. That is very unfortunate since we already have the task. Second Unsired of the task. Alright, this time I won't be picky, just don't give me the jar and I'll be happy. No jar, no jar, no jar, no jar. There we go. We actually got the dagger. That's the actual item I wanted the last time. So now I'm more likely, or most likely, on my next Unsired to finish the Bludgeon piece. And there's our 200 point task for equipping the Abyssal Dagger. Wow, it is just raining Unsired today. I will take it though. 135 kill count, and I think our last one was at 133. Alright, Bludgeon piece here, and we are basically done of Sire. Please, 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 please. Another Abyssal Dagger. That's unfortunate, but I guess I did ask for it, and we're not really done with Sire since I want 150 kill count anyway. Let's just hope we get another Unsired around there. We're now up to 150 kill count at the Sire, and that is an elite task. If we can get that last Unsired and the Bludgeon piece here soon, I'll just call it there, and I won't go for the 300 point task. 156 kill count. Please, just let this be the end of Sire. Please. And... we have a head. I guess it's a collection log slot, but yeah, looks like we're still doing some Sire. Unsired number 9. Surely Unsired number 9 is the one to complete the Bludgeon. And we have a 3rd jar of Miasma. What are the odds of that, man? Well, fortunately for me, I got back-to-back Unsired after getting my 3rd jar of Miasma. Please, just give me the freaking piece. Oh my god, another dagger! I can't get a bludgeon piece to save my life. I've gotten 2 in 10 unsireds. The odds of getting a bludgeon piece is like 1 out of 2 or something. I've got another unsired and I decided to try a new trick. I got both of the bludgeon pieces I already have out of the bank to kind of tell the pool what I'm looking for. The 3rd bludgeon piece. Maybe this time it'll work. And we finally got it. That was like the most difficult bludgeon piece to ever get. That took, what is it, 11 unsires to complete a bludgeon. That is quite a bit above average. I think it's like 6 unsired usually to complete a full bludgeon. She now gives me the abyssal bludgeon and I throw the bludgeon on and we now have the 200-point task. And since we didn't go far past the sire kill count towards 300, I don't know if I should or shouldn't go for 300 on sire. For now, I'm just going to do abyssal demons, but if I need the extra 200 points for 133 sire, I'll come back here. Finishing up the abyssal demon task, now we're on a necro task, so a nice task to burst. Got a slayer monster during the Necreal task, and it was also my 25th superior, so now that is 25 superior tasks done. Nothing crazy other than the superiors from the Necreal task. Now we got an abyssal demon task, so we can get some more superiors. Next task, we obtained 35 million HP XP that kind of snuck up on me, and we're also closing in on 25 mil defense XP for another elite task. There's the 25 million defense XP, 400 points just like that. Right after abyssal demon task, we are back to Necreals. Nothing crazy from the Necreals. Now we have a Cuirass task. I don't know why it's giving me so few of them, only 51 on task, but we do still need to get a leaf-bladed sword for a task, so let's go for that. Just a few kills into the task, we actually got the leaf-bladed sword, so I think if we just wear that, it's a nice 40-point task, and I don't really think we need to do a Cuirass task ever again, though they do have superiors, so I guess it's a good reason to do them. Back to the barrage task. This time we have Dust Devils. Right after the Dust Devil task, we have ourselves a Jad task. I am going to choose Jad of Luck, as there are some Jad combat achievements I want to complete, and I've already gotten 2 kill count and 5 kill count at Jad. It is an elite combat achievement, so this will be kill count 3, and I'm gonna try to get as many combat achievements as I can. While preparing for Jad, I was gonna make some ranging potions, and I just got the task clean 100 Grimy Dwarfweed, so that is a hard task out of nowhere. So looking at the combat achievements, I think what I want to go for first is actually the combat achievements to kill all the bats, and at the same time use no prayer potions. I think that should be very simple to do both at the same time, because you shouldn't lose any prayer points while you're killing the bats. And then I guess if I do that one too, I may as well deny the healers. So just not let none of the big guys actually heal. I want to get all those done out of the way, so that way I can just do this one with range, and then all my future 5Ks I can do with melee and get like the speed run times and stuff like that. So let's see if I'm able to flick this entire fight caves and get that done. There we are. We got 3 combat achievements. Denying the healers. What was that? You didn't say anything about a bat and no time for a drink. I'm surprised I actually got them all on the first try, and we got like the huge XP boost at the end. So if we go to our combat achievements, under Jad now we have 7 out of 10 done. I think 2 of them are speed runners. Okay, now one is a 5 kill count, one is a really fast jab, which we can do, and one is letting none of the Jad healers heal, which I know how to do. I know how to choose that one. More Dust Devils. Nothing crazy from the Dust Devil task, but now we're back to Abyssal Demons. Fortunately, someone also scouted me a Dragon Impling, so I can finally get the task to catch a Dragon Impling. That is huge. Appreciate that, Septic Kebab. I did not realize how close I was to 99 Slayer, but there is that, 99 Slayer. We got some Lauren's keys as well because we just killed a Superior. Unfortunately, no actual drops from Superiors anytime recently, but yeah, 99 Slayers are very, very big. I guess I'll finish up this Abyssal Demon task. And from the Superior right after 99 Slayer, we actually just got ourselves a Dust Battle Staff. That means we now have a Mist Battle Staff and a Dust Battle Staff on Superiors. Unfortunately, we do not have Eternal Gem or the Imbued Heart yet, but maybe we can get one. I still want to do a lot of Superiors. So after getting 99 Slayer, I was looking at some other tasks we can do, and 50 Superior creatures is a task, so one more Superior task should get me there. So I'll try to get that done, and then I'll probably work on some either other task or even Slayer task. We'll figure it out, but let's start with trying to get a Superior task. 196 Necreals, that should easily get me up to 50 Superiors. This should be Superior number 50 for the task. Unfortunately, no uniques, so we went 50 Superiors without getting the Enchanted Gem or the Eternal Gem or the Imbued Heart. But that is okay, because we did get a lot of Lauren's keys, so actually let's go and open those now, because we have a lot of Lauren's keys. From all of that Slayer, 99 Slayer, we were able to get 45 Lauren's keys stacked up, so that's definitely going to give me the 80-point task to open 50 big Lauren chests, but I really want the 200-point task to wear full Dagon High. Let's see if we can get lucky and get full Dagon Eye here. Up to 50 chests, and we have not gotten oh, there it is. There's the Dagon Eye piece. A duplicate Dagon Eye top. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Still need the hat and the bottoms. Wow, from opening the Laurent's chest 68 times, the only thing that we have is 2 Dagon Eye tops. Now, if this was main game, this would be amazing because it's the most valuable piece. But yeah, I still need the hat and the bottoms. I was really hoping I get either or honestly just get both of them with 5x drop rates. But it is what it is. I guess I have to go back and get more Lauren's keys from Slayer. After opening all those Lauren's keys, I think I want to continue to go back to Slayer, but I want to be a bit more selective with my task. From all that Slayer, I have 1,400 points, and I'd even more than that because I was skipping tasks. Necreals, for example, even though it's a great task, right now I really just want to do tasks that do more tasks. So, for example, if I get a Dark Beast task, that'll help me get the Dark Bow. But specifically, I'd like to get a Revenant task. Revenants are amazing for points, and I really want to get all the Revenant weapons, so let's hope we can get one. Okay, this is a task I really don't want to skip. We have Zuck or Jad task, so let's do another Jad and get some more combat achievements done. There we go. We were able to get the Fight Caves Speedrunner task completed. No problem at all. Now the only task left for the Jad is to kill it 5 times and to make sure he doesn't get healed when he spawns, which is pretty easy to do with a certain Jad lure. So I'll get that next time, but I guess I'm going to go back to Slayer task. Before we get an Elves task, I actually do not mind doing this at all because I am still missing the enhanced crystal teleport seed, and that is a task. So hopefully we can get one of those. And we're back to a Jad task, which is perfect, which means we can go ahead and get all of the Jad combat achievements, and then we can also get 5k Sia Jad, which is its own task. It's like 600 points right there from this Jad task. I may have forgot to confirm the Jad task and I just finished a normal Zar task, but it is what it is. I think I want to continue to get to Jad just so I can get the combat achievements. There we go. All of the Fight Cave combat achievements completed and the 5 Fight Caves elite task. That is 600 points for just doing that Jad kill. That's quite amazing. Pretty easy combat achievements. I just lured Jad over to the spot where the healers don't spawn, and killing 5 Jads is just killing 5 Jads. There's the task I really wanted. Revenant and 199 of them, meaning the max amount you can get. Hopefully now we can get some of the Revenant weapons I'm missing. Maybe all of them. Just need the crossbow and the Vigorous Chainmace, and I have both upgrades already banked. So it'd be so many points if I were to get either of them. And if I were to get both of them, that would be absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and start killing some Revenants. Yes! Another wilderness weapon, crossbow. That's probably the better one. I don't know. I have the melee relic, so maybe the Vigors would have been better. But crossbow's great. I think you get 200 points for just wearing this thing, and then I get another 200 points when I combine the other thing to it. So that's awesome. Crossbow unlocked. That's not a Revenant weapon, but that's pretty good. It's an 8 mil effigy, and we've already gotten a 4 mil medallion. A very successful Revenant task completed. Now I'm going to go ahead and find the salesman to trade all this stuff in, and then we'll go get a new task. Before we get a new task though, we should be able to attach the Fang of Venenatus to the crossbow to make the Web Reaper bow for another 200 point task. So 400 points for just getting that crossbow. Hopefully now we can get our Vigorous Chainmace because that'll be 800 points because there's a 400 point task as well for getting all Revenant weapons. So let's hope to get another Revenant task. And just after a few skips, we already got our Revenant task back. I did not think it would be that fast, but I'm not going to complain. That's the task I wanted. Well, there's a duplicate weapon, Thermaron Scepter number 2. Kind of expected to get a duplicate at some point, but hopefully we can get that Vigorous Chainmace within the 131 I still have left of this task. Speaking of dupes, another roll on the weapons drop table and Amulet of Avarice. That means I have 3 Amulet of Avarices now, 2 Thermaron Scepters, 1 crossbow, and 0 Vigors. But I'm still up and up. 95 more Revenants to go. Maybe we can get that Vigors. 35 million strength XP while doing this Revenant task. That now puts us over 48,000 points. No, we just got a 4th Amulet of Avarice. That is not what we wanted to see. Very, very unfortunate. Probably not going to get this Vigorous Chainmace this task. Revenant task number 2 completed. Unfortunately, no Vigorous Chainmace, but I am just fine with that. We're seeing a lot of drops, so I'm pretty confident we're going to see a Vigorous Chainmace soon, probably in our next task. Hey, there's the item we were looking for from Else, the Enhanced Crystal Teleport Seed. That is very nice. We can go ahead and sing this at the bowl and get a free 80 points. Let's go ahead and sing that crystal just to get the 80 points now. There we go. And now we have 48,000. Oh, we're gonna get the points. There we go. 48,200 points. And 2 skips later, we're back at revenant. It's 171. I really hope that is enough now to get the Earth Sign Chain Mace, or I guess the Vigorous Chain Mace. Only one way to find out. Let's start doing some revenants. Oh no, that's our third Thermaron Scepter. That's a little unfortunate. And we now have our 5th Amulet of Avarice. That is very unfortunate. I really just want to get this Vigorous Chain Mace. Still 130 left on task, so I guess it's possible, but man, I'm getting a lot of rolls on the Revenant weapon table, just not what I'm looking for. Oh no, towards the end of a task, we now just got another dupe, a duplicate crossbow. It means we now have 2 crossbow, I think that's 3 scepters and 6 avarices or something like that. Yeah, something like that. 2 crossbows, 3 scepters, 5 avarices, which means we hit the drop table 10 times, which means on average I would have 2 vigors right now, so I'm like double drop rate. That is just unfortunate. Bro, like 2 kills later, I get a second crossbow? Wait, that might have been the kill after, or the 2, yeah, it was 2 kills later. I got 2 crossbow now in that little kill count. Man! Now I have 3 crossbows, 3 vigor, or 3 Thermarons, and 5 avarices, and 0 vigor. Revenant task complete. A little unfortunate that we're now up to 11 rolls on the Revenant drop table without hitting the vigors, but it kind of is what it is. I think, though, I'll take a break from Slayer for now after going quite dry on the Vigors. Get some skilling tasks out of the way, as I might even just have enough skilling points where we're just getting 99 everything and doing some 50 mils that I have banked to get up to the 56,000 league points that I need to get the Dragon tier. So let's start off with some skilling. I want to start the skilling off with fishing and cooking Karambons. I know I technically already have 99 cooking and 99 fishing, but there are XP tasks for getting past that. I'm very close to 35 mil, which I should easily get, and also 50 mil, which I also should easily get with 15,000 raw Karambonji. That should also get me up to 25 mil fishing for sure, maybe 35 mil. Either way, it's one click 25 mil AFK with the Endless Harvest and with the Trailblazer Harpoon. I mean, you see yourself how fast I fish these Karambons. It is quite insane. Plus, I do stack up on clues, and I would really like a lot of the lower tier clues, as I haven't really done a lot of the tasks for like the easy or the medium clues. I could technically catch some implings, which are also some tasks, but for now, I want to try some Karambonji, plus I just want some time to AFK. So let's let these tasks fly in. There's the first, 35 mil cooking XP. Yeah, I won't lie, even with 16x XP rates and the Inferno Harpoon and the 2-tick fishing and the insta banking so I can literally AFK for 25 minutes, this is just a little too slow for my liking. I'm still going to do this eventually over time, just when I actually want to AFK. I kind of want to actively play the game now. About 15 mil fishing XP, so I need about 10 mil more there, and 38 mil cooking XP, so I need about 12 mil more there. Starting off, there's a 200 point task for getting 99 Hunter, and another 200 point task for wearing 500 Black Chins. I have 250 banked. That's how I got myself up to the tier 8 relic. Let's go ahead and get a 250 more. I don't know if that's going to get us all the way up to 99 Hunter, but if it doesn't, I got a couple other ways to get there. Here is a 97 Hunter, and we went a little bit past on the Black Chins, but that is fine because I needed the Hunter XP. So now we can just head to the bank and claim our 200 points. We have a stack of 540 Chins, so throwing that on, elite task, 200 points. Now let's continue some more hunter tasks, which is actually going to go through implings for now. So there's quite a few tasks for implings. I know there's one to catch a lucky impling bare-handed, but that's 99 hunter. But other than that, there's like 50, 100, and 200 implings inside Puro to catch. And there's also a task to just wear any piece of Mystic, which you can get from, I think, magpies or ninjas. So it doesn't really matter where you get them from. But I haven't even done that task yet. And I've got an Inferno Cape, and I haven't even worn any piece of Mystic yet. And I also want to go ahead and upgrade this net into a Magic Butterfly net, get a Jar Generator, get all the good stuff. So I'll just resume whenever we get some tasks. I've now caught 50 implings in Puro. Still need 100 and 200. And there's the task for catching 200 implings in Puro. I thought there was a task for catching 100, but apparently it just goes straight from 50 to 200. But that is 80 points and 120 points in total. I guess the only thing left now is to go ahead and get 99 Hunter. And while I was doing this, I was catching basically eclectic implings, as it's a decent way to get medium clues, and I don't really have a lot of mediums completed right now, so it's nice. We're up to 5 mediums. I might stay here for just a little bit more, maybe to get a couple more mediums. So I think for the last 2 Hunter levels, I'm probably just going to do Herbivore. I've gotten all the tasks done with Herbivore, but I think I have all the tasks done for every Hunter task, so there really isn't much left for me to do. I am missing some of the fossils from the museum, and that would be some nice Herbal XP, plus Herbivore just actually gives herbs, which I need for Herbal XP. I'm still 95 Herbivore, which is mostly for through lamps, so getting all the way to 99 is still going to be quite a challenge for me without the extra little XP boost. And this should be 99 Hunter right here. Very nice. That is another 200 point task done, and we got a pretty fair amount of herbs. Not only that, but also a pretty fair amount of fossils. So I want to put all the fossils in museum, see what herb lore level that gets me up to, and then maybe use some of my herbs. Maybe I have 99 banked, most likely not. Use pretty much all of my supplies, and I definitely don't have enough for 99 herb lore, but we have 97 herb lore, which allows me to make divine super combat potions, and making 100 of those is a elite task as well. So I can get that one done, and I can just decant my super combats into 1 doses, so I actually have enough super combats to make 100 of them. There we go, create 100 divine super combat potions. I, for some reason, think this is bugged because I only created about 50 for that task to get completed. I'll take it nonetheless. I definitely didn't create any beforehand because I didn't even have the herb lore level to do so. We'll take it though, yeah. 100 super combat task completed. So I still want to do some skilling tasks, but after completing that combat potion task, I was looking at some easy ones, and fletch 100 dragon javelins is a task, and the only way I know how to get dragon javelin heads is defeating the Leviathan. Defeating the Leviathan once is already a task, and there's some drops on the Leviathan that can go through quite a few tasks. Anyway, I'm going to make my way over to the Rift and go ahead and defeat the Leviathan once, and however many times I need to get 100 dragon javelin heads. First Leviathan killed, smoke runes as the first drop, and with the web weaver bow that we got from revenants, this is going to be quite easy. And in 2 kill count, we already have our first dragon javelin head drop. If we get 1 more of those, we're basically done. 3 kill count, we got ourselves a scarred tablet. It's a collection log slot, I guess. Well, this is not exactly what I was looking for, but a chromium ingot. That's a collection log, I guess, and that means I hit the drop table to hit like Vertus and stuff. There's the dragon javelin head drop, pretty much exactly on drop rate. It's like a 1 in 12.5 to get 1 drop, and so to make it a 1 in 25 to get 2. Now we can go ahead and get that 200 point task. Now with our javelins and javelin heads, we should be able to make 100 dragon javelins, no problem. I don't think I need to do it in any specific area. And there is that elite task, 200 points. I'll probably head back to Leviathan in the future because 50 KC at that boss, I think it's another 80 points, might even be 200 points. Plus there's another 200 points if I get any Vertus piece, which I guess is the only chance of getting it is there at Leviathan. After making the dragon javelins, I wanted to see what other easy tasks I can find, and defeating these stray dogs, some exotic bones I believe is an 80 point task. I got these bones from, I think, Crumdra or whatever, and that worked. Looking for some more tasks. I'm pretty sure I have at least 25 mil farming banked, if not 35 mil, and if not that, 50 mil. I have a lot of seeds here and a lot of saplings here. I'm just going to plant them all, see how much farming XP I can get. I have a feeling it might be very close to 50 mil. There's the 25 million farming XP, and I've got quite a few saplings left, plus some in the bank. I definitely think we have 50 mil bank. Apparently, I did not have enough bank to get up to 50 mil farming, but I did have enough to get 35 mil, just barely have to go all the way to the orange saplings, but we'll take it. Nice 200 points there. Again, looking at the task list, one thing I noticed that's very clear is there is a lot of thieving tasks, specifically a lot of tasks in Pyramid Plunder. If I get the Pharaoh Scepter, I can attune that to Necropolis like 80 points, but just looting the last room, like I think it's 25 times, 75 times, and 150 times is like 80 points, then 200 points and 200 points, and 99 thieving is also a task, which Pyramid Plunder is not a bad way to train some thieving. I'm going to probably just go to the last room and loot the gold chest over and over again until I get the Pharaoh Scepter, see how much XP an hour I'm getting, and if I need to, I might just loot the last room as well, like the urns and stuff. Wow, that task took a lot longer than I thought. Room 8 of Pyramid Plunder, 25 times completed, and it basically got us almost 99 thieving, so I'm just going to go until they get 99 thieving. If I end up getting the scepter by that time, that'd be amazing. If I don't, I don't. And there is 99 thieving from Pyramid Plunder. Unfortunately, we did not get ourselves the Pharaoh Scepter, but we can always come back here for like the 75 roommates, and I think it's 150 roommates, which we probably won't do, but we could do like the 75. If we do like 150, you get like 25 mil XP or something like that. But that does put us above 50,000 points, which means we have less than 6,000 points to go until we get Dragon Tier, so we are really inching up there, almost there. I think after this, since I have 99 thieving now, there's a couple of thieving tasks that I wanted to save until after 99 thieving because I was going to fail too often. Thieving task I wanted to try was to pickpocket master farmers. With 99 thieving without the Ardoin cape, I don't know if I can or can't fail, but I shouldn't fail often, if at all. Well, it looks like I can fail, but I shouldn't fail often, and there is a task to pickpocket a Renar seed for 40 points. I actually got the Renar seed in a relatively short amount of time. I'll take it. Now we're up to, I think it's 50,200 points. After the Renar seed didn't take so long, I decided to do the dark chest and like 50 pickpockets, and we got ourselves a dark key. That's very lucky. I believe all I have to do for the dark chest is just open it with the key, 15 Renar weeds, so some more herbal XP, and that is that 40 points. Looking at some more easy tasks, wearing full rock, I believe is a task. There we go, medium task there. Another pretty free task that I've waited a while to do, cook 100 pies completed. That's 80 points. I think that puts us up to 50,360. I think I'm gonna try to do a 140 point task. Let's just put it in a nice even 200 point range, so I go up from like 400, 600, 800, 1000, so on and so forth. And for an easy 40 point task, we are going to just complete one game of the Guardians of the Rift, as long as I don't accidentally leave here before the game actually ends. And there we are, one game of Guardians of the Rift completed. We got 3 of each points. I am curious if I'm going to get any luck for just 3 points. Probably not. Unfortunately, nothing crazy. Decided to go back AFKing for a bit, and we got ourselves 50 million cooking XP, which now puts us up to 50,600. And I'll probably keep AFKing just to get 25 million fishing XP, because I got to do stuff for a little bit. Taking a break from fishing crown bonds, I wanted to actually try something as simple as mining pure essence. The reason being is I have the Varrock Armor 4, so eventually sometimes I'll get double essence, which is turned into 4x essence with the Endless Harvest. It instantly goes with my bank, and then I 2-tick mine with the Trailblazer pickaxe, or 3-tick, whatever it is. So I'm just curious how many essence I can bank just by clicking once, because it could be a good method for me to bank 99 rune crafting, as I will need a fair amount of pure essence to get there. I don't know exactly how many. I'm guessing 20,000 to 30,000. So if I can like click once, maybe like right before I go to sleep or something like that, and get, who knows, like 6,000 pure essence, it could be worth it. Mining pure essence turned out not to be great, so I'll probably do something like Soul Wars for the rest of my pure essence. For now, I want to work on crafting. I think I have 99 crafting banked. After that, we'll go for fletching, and honestly, we might be able to just kind of bang out all of the 99s we need to max. There's going to be some that are going to be very difficult, like herb lore. I'm probably going to have to grind something like Elder Chaos Druids, or some way to get some herb supplies, plus agility is going to be a pain, because I think at best I get like 1 mil XP an hour, even with these boosted rates. So that's like a, what, 7-8 hour grind for 99 agility. So there's going to be some difficult ones, but just getting 99 in every skill is so much point. It's like 400 points to get base 95s and another 400 points to get base 99s. So that's insane by itself. Plus each 99 you get another 200 points. So it's definitely something I want to get done before the end of leagues. Well, I decided to finish AFKing out the 25 million fishing XP. That's probably done fishing for me, as this one took quite a bit of time and going all the way to 30 mil. Something I don't see myself doing right now, but who knows, I might need a few tasks to finish up that 56k. Speaking of, I think I found a really easy 200 point task that I somehow overlooked. And that task is to defeat this level 2 rabbit with 2000 HP here in Prifdis. It drops a guaranteed Holy Grail, or I guess Crystal Grail in this instance. That's a collection log slot, and wearing that Crystal Grail is an elite task. So there's 200 points there. Puts us over 51,000 points, only 5,000 to go. Decided to go back to Zora for 150 kill count, and using the Web Weaver bow, I was able to get a new personal best, which also gave me 400 combat achievement points. Another elite task there, and there's another Zora task to get like a 52-second PB or something like that. I think it's definitely doable with the Web Weaver bow plus my Guardian. As I thought, the very next kill, just spamming Web Weaver bow specs, I got the Zora speedrunner task. Now the only task left at Zora is 150 kill count, which is also an elite task. There's our 150 KC at Zora, which is an elite task, and the final combat achievement I can do at Zora. Unfortunately, you can't do all the combat achievements at Zora in leagues, because there is a combat achievement to kill Zora with Vengeance. And to get Vengeance, I actually need to unlock Revenant, so that's unfortunate. 8 out of 9 combat achievements though, and speaking of combat achievements, I may be able to get a lot more done very soon. Hey, we got one of the speedrun tasks, but we missed the second, so I guess we'll go it again. Second try, we got the speedrun, Tombs of Amasket speedrun. Both times, and someone's going to get themselves a lucky purple. After doing the speed task at the Tombs of Amasket, I kind of want to just do some more Tombs of Amasket combat achievements, and maybe I can get lucky, get the Eliteness Ward and the Timic and Shadow I'm missing. I think starting off, I think there's a combat achievement without using the Helpful Spirit, so let's get that one out of the way. First combat achievement completed, Helpful Spirit Who, with just not using any of the Helpful Spirit stuff. There's that, and I do not have a guaranteed purple with a 300, but maybe we can get lucky. Unfortunately, no luck. There's the Elite Combat Achievement, no skipping allowed, just having Boulder Dash on and not killing any of the weak boulders. I decided to take a small break from the Tombs of Amasket, so I had 99 Crafting Bank, so went ahead and did that one, and we're getting pretty close to just 99 at every skill. We've got Fletching left, which is easy, it just costs money. Pretty much the same with Construction, just have to cut some logs. Rune Crafting is going to be a little bit tricky because I have to get the Essence. Mining and Smithing kind of go hand in hand, and then there's just Agility, which I have to do Prifdis for, which kind of sucks. Not really any good XP methods there, but after all that, that's 99 in all skills, so we're very close. I might start working on that. Hey, look at that. That's the Pharaoh Scepter. I decided to come back here to get the Pharaoh Scepter, and we actually got it pretty early on. Now that we have the Pharaoh Scepter, we can go ahead and use it on the obelisk and get a nice 80 points for that, and it's also just really good teleports to like a lot of places around the desert, and I haven't really had a great transportation around the desert, so it's really nice to have. This task took forever. I don't know why I decided to go for room 8, the Pyramid Plunder. I came back to get the Pharaoh Scepter and actually got it fairly early on. But I was like, oh, I already went this far, may as well complete 75 runs of the Pyramid Plunder. All I can say is I am almost definitely not doing 150 for the another elite task. But that is a nice 200 points, so glad to get that done. Here is 50 KC from Temporis, but we are going all the way to 100 kill count. And I have to say, I'm pretty glad I'm doing this, getting a decent amount of permits, so I'll probably get all the rewards I'm looking for. The XP is also very decent. I am probably going to get very close to 35 mil XP on fishing, which I can fish finishing off AFK and Karam bonds. And I'd say the biggest thing is there's a decent amount of downtime where I can just fletch and just not be wasting really any time while fletching broad arrows. I should be able to get 99 fletching with the amount I have here. I don't know if I'm going to get it all done doing this Temporis KC, but I'm going to get a good chunk of it done. So I'm very, very happy I decided to do this grind. There's the hard task out of the way. 100 Temporis kill count, and that got me 232 permits, which should give me all the uniques that I need in order to finish this. Not only that, but I got quite a bit of fletching XP, very close to 98 fletching, and I have 99 banked here. So I'll probably also get that task right after I go ahead and net and try to get all the uniques I can from Temporis. Hey, there's our first collection log, 6 soaks pages. Oh, and there's the fish barrel. That is one of the hard tasks I wanted to get out of the way. That one's worth quite a bit of points, 80 there. I think the only 2 points I'm missing now are... Oh, there's actually one of them, the Tome of Water. I think this is a 40-point task to wear that, and that's one of the rare items you can get. So that's the medium task done. Now I think the only thing I'm missing is the harpoon fish, which is a 1 in 1600. Actually, it's the same rate of the Tome of Water, so hopefully we can get lucky and get that. And there is the last of the rewards from Temporis. Got most of the tasks. The only one that I'm missing now is the big harpoon fish, which is quite rare, so it's not too uncommon that I didn't get it. Now, the only thing I need to do now is kill more Temporis in the future, maybe 200 kill count task, and then we can maybe get the big harpoon fish. But we are very close now to 99 fletching, so let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. And there is the 99 fletching task, and we do have 11 caskets that I forgot to open from last time, and there are some clue scrolls you can get. There we go, 2 mediums. Speaking of, I do actually want to work on my mediums and easy clue scrolls. If I complete 25 of each, it's a task, and all the unique items I can get from it are quite a few tasks. So I'm going to try to get 25 total medium clues and easy clues. I have the caskets. 12 easy caskets will get me up to 25 easies completed. 18 medium caskets will get me up to 25 mediums completed. And I saw that was at 23 elites, so I decided to do 2 elites as well for 25 because that's also a task. So a lot of tasks I'm going to gain here. And if I can get some specific items, I can get quite a few other tasks. I need some rogue vestments from the easies. From the mediums, I definitely need ranger boots. And I honestly don't even know if I need anything from the elites. Let's start with the easies, see if we can get anything special. Any collection log items is honestly great. So let's just try to get as many of those as we can. There we go. There's fill 20 easy clue collection log slots. That's quite nice. And we're getting quite a bit of a bronze armor. We've got like a full bronze set going here. Oh, there we go. 35 uniques from easy clues. That's a hard task. Glad to get that one out of the way. Let's keep them going. 3 more easies to go. And honestly, I don't know if there's any more tasks I can get other than the guaranteed task for opening 25 easies. 2 more. Nothing too crazy there. And then I guess the last one will get us our 25 easy clue scrolls completed. We did get 3 uniques there at the end. Is that anything special? Nothing too special, but let's go into the mediums. From here, we're really looking for ranger boots. There's 25 uniques from mediums. And do I get anything for closing this? No, but that is a hard task. That's very good. And what is that? 20 medium clue collection log slot. That's another 80 points there. So there's quite a few points stacking up here. 3 more medium clues to go. Can we get ranger boots? We got wizard boots. That's a boot. We still need rangers though. 2 more. No rangers there, but actually an elite task for filling 40 medium clue collection log slots. So we'll take that. And our last one is going to give us a guaranteed task for opening 25. But can we also get ranger boots? Another boot. The wrong type of boot again though, but that's okay. 25 mediums for the medium task. That is nice. And then we have 2 elites for the guaranteed. I think it's hard task. So let's see if we can get from the 2 elites. Green Firelighters is the only unique from the first elite. That's a little interesting. And then we get the task, which is opening one more. And we also do get a master clue, so that's kind of nice. And after completing all those clues, we got our total points up to 53,210 now. That means we are less than 3,000 points away from completing the Dragon Cup, so we're closing in, and if we ever get our chance to get a Vigorous Chain Mace, it's a free 800 points right there. However, I want to focus on something a little different now. Since we are very close on maxing, there is a specific skill I want to do, and that is rune crafting, but not the traditional way I was doing it. I think I want to do some Guardians of the Rift activities. There are quite a few tasks. If we just go into the task list and just type in Guardians, or just Guardians is honestly good enough. There's the Ring of the Elements, equip the Amulet of the Eye, 50 rifts closed, 100 rifts closed, Colossal Pouch, getting the full outfit set. All these are tasks, plus just getting 99 rune crafting is a task as itself, plus all the drops are 5x drop rate. There's a lot of reasons to go here, so let's do some rune crafting. With this Guardians of the Rift completion right here, that should be 50 completed for that hard task, but the main tasks are actually going to come from the Reward Guardian, and from those 50 games it got me up to 98 and very close to 99 rune crafting, which I'll probably get with just the pure essence I have in my bank. Plus I do think you can get pure essence from the Reward Guardian. I think you get like one of those sacks, and in the sacks you can get pure essence. Anyway, we have 154 of each energy, so 154 loot. Hopefully we can get a lot of pearls to unlock a lot of things from the shop, and just get a lot of tasks out of the way. Hey, 3 rewards in, and we've already gotten our first unique, Abyssal Red Die. Funny enough, out of all the uniques I have on the main game, I'm only missing the red die, so very ironic that's my first unique I can get from here, even before I got the Abyssal Pearls. Oh, and there's a very good reward, the Abyssal Lantern. I do use a task to wear one of those. There we go, hard task out of the way, wearing the Abyssal Lantern. I think the only thing I really need from the shop is actually the Abyssal Needle, so let's hope we can get that. Oh, and there it is, the Abyssal Needle. That's the one word I needed. I can now create a Colossal Pouch, so let's go ahead and do that one for the task. I have all 4 of my rune pouches, and I think all I do is use the needle on all of the pouches, combine them, and that should be another, what is it, 40 or 80 point task? 80 point task, that's nice. 160 points already. Actually 240 if you include the 50 kill count. Let's continue opening some more. There we are, finished looting all of the Abyssal Guardian rewards. We got 6 intricate pouches already opened, 2 of them. I think what I need from this is a locket for one of the tasks, so hopefully I can get that. We have runes, more runes, and just more runes. Unfortunately, I did not get the locket, so that means one task won't be able to be completed. But let's look in the task list and type in Guardian, just so I know. Yeah, the Amulet of Eye under the portal requires a locket from the intricate pouch, so unfortunately I won't be able to do that. Ring of the Elements, I just have to buy one of those, and the other one is the full raiment of the eye set, and just have to buy that, so that should be no problem. Went ahead and purchased the full set and the Ring of the Elements, as I've gotten quite a few pearls. Let's go ahead and throw the hat on. I guess it's the full set for the elite task. There's a nice 200 points, and then past the 200 points and just throw on the Ring of Elements, another medium task. So now we're up to 240 points, which puts us up to 53,690. So like 2,300 more points to go until we get ourselves to Dragon tier. And let's start with an easy 200 points by finishing up this 99. And there is 99 rune crafting, another elite task out of the way. And I believe we are now only 599s away from maxing. I think we're just missing construction, herb lore, agility, mining, and smithing. And some of those aren't too bad. Speaking of, let's start with mining. It's my current lowest skill, I believe. It's very close to agility. But yeah, power mining will give me smithing XP as well. Afterwards, I can do smithing. Guess I can chop some log for construction. And then it'll just be agility, which I have to grind out at Prif. And some herbs I'll have to kill some monsters for. So there we are, 99 mining, get that 200 point task out of the way. And I wasn't thinking about this while mining, but you actually do get steel bars, which can be used towards construction. 16,000 or close to 17,000 steel bars is actually quite a bit of construction XP, and I think it is enough to go from 93 to 99 construction. So I actually won't have to do any like log chopping. I'm actually mined my way to 99 construction. A very interesting thing to do with the whole endless harvest plus the infernal tools relic. Other than that, though, I think we're going to do some Giant's Foundry to get up to 99 smithing. I got all the way up to 97 with the Infernal Tool. Very, very nice to get that passive smithing XP I showed here. 3.6 mil smithing XP while getting 99 mining. That should be no problem at Giant's Foundries. And then the only 99s I'll have left, which is Herb Lore and Agility. Agility is no problem. Herb Lore, I'll probably have to camp like Elder Chaos Druids or something like that. Okay, I definitely think the task where you have to complete a 150 quality sword is bugged. There's the 189 quality sword, and I still don't have it completed. But we can go for the 25 task. Should be the last sword for 99 smithing, but it is also the last sword for 25 hand-ins. Funny how that works out like that. So that should be 2 tasks right there in a row: 99 smithing and 25 hand-ins. Oh, and I got the 150 quality sword. I don't know why it completed there and not earlier, but I'm happy I got the task completed at least. For some reason, you have to get 25 hand-ins. 3 tasks, hard, medium, and elite right there, back to back to back. Very, very nice. Now that we are only 399s away from actually maxing the account, just have to do construction, herb lore, and agility. I guess we'll go with construction since we should have that banked with our steel bars. And there it is, 99 construction after making over 1,000 steel sinks. So the mining grind actually made the construction grind. Very weird situation there, but it worked out. Now we're only 2 skills away from maxing, and there are 2 tough ones. It's herb lore and agility. Herb lore because I have 0 herb patches, and we're kind of like low on herbs, so I'll probably have to kill some chaos druids, which I guess I'll go ahead and do now. And then we have agility, which my best course is here in Prif, which isn't a bad course, 65k an hour, but even with 16x rates, it's only like 1 mil XP an hour, so it's like a 7-hour grind. Not terrible, but I was hoping for something a little faster. Anyway, let's try herb lore first. I used all the herb lore XP I had banked, and we are now 360k from 98, and we need all the way 99 herb lore. So I'm going to head to the Elder Chaos Druids. I got my Web Weaver bow, should be pretty decent range XP. Maybe we can get 25 mil range. I also only have the Elder Chaos Druid top. If I get the hood and the bottoms, that's also another 200 point task. So many tasks we can get done, but I'm mainly just looking for herb lore supplies. Hey, there we go. We actually just got the Elder Chaos robe. It didn't take too long, but I went quite dry streak without getting anything. But there's the hood and the robe pretty much back to back. 640 kill count. I'm honestly pretty happy with that. And if we put the entire set on an elite task there, and we're also closing in on 25 mil range XP, which would be another elite task. So we'll definitely get Dragon Tier by the time we max, but we still need quite a bit more herbs. There is 25 million range XP from the Chaos Druids. I think what I'm going to do now is just take a break, see how much XP I really have, use all the herbs that I've gotten from this grind, and then after I do that, maybe there's some other ways to get some Herblore XP, maybe something like fossils I haven't completed yet or something like that. Herblore is going to be a slow skill no matter what, but I definitely think we have 98 banked and we might be really close to 99. Using all the herbs I got from the Chaos Druids, we are just under 1 mil XP to 99. So let's head to Fossil Island, and I think I want to try chopping the solo steps there. I heard it's like insane amount of fossils per hour, and just get pretty much complete the museum and see how much Herblore XP that gives me. I have now completed all of the displays inside the museum and gotten a decent amount of Herblore XP, but now we're just over halfway to 99 Herblore. So I guess we're just heading back to the Elder Chaos Druids. I can't really think of anything better for Herblore XP. So yeah, I'll probably do melee this time as it'll be a little bit faster, but it's still going to be quite a grind for 600,000 XP. And we have now achieved 35 million attack XP here at the Elder Chaos Druids, and we've collected quite a few herbs as you can see in my inventory. I don't know if it is or isn't enough for 99 Herblore, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and turn them all into unfinished potions and see if we actually have 99 Herblore here. To literally dip into making white berries and Renar potions for defense potions, but we got it nonetheless. 99 Herblore. Completed probably the hardest skill I had to complete on this account, and now it's just agility. We're 90 agility, every other skill is at 99. Once I have base 95s, I'll get 400 points, and then once I'm at 99, I'll get 600 points from having 2277 total and from 99 agility, and that will get me to dragon rank, so that's going to be awesome. Let's get started on some agility. This should take around 7 hours, I believe. Here's the first of the agility milestones, and all in all, just total level milestones, as that is going to get me 95 agility, but also the 400 point task of reaching base 95s, and there's only one thing left to do, and that's 99 agility. We're now 55, 8, 10, so any 200 point task will get me there, but I want it to be maxing and getting the dragon trophy at the same time. So yeah, 4 more hours of agility and we have it. Doing my agility, I ended up getting the Dragonstone Amulet from the Crystal Impling, so another 80 points there, but not like we needed it because we're still getting the points from maxing. 96 agility, Now only 3 levels to go. The game just did its 3-week system update, and the reason I am recording because I do believe if I open this task list, I'm actually going to auto-complete some tasks, or if I check combat achievements maybe. There's the auto-completion of the Zora and the Abyssal Sire combat achievements. Both of those are elite tasks, but because I was so close already to the dragon threshold, once I exit out of this, we have just achieved our dragon rank there. I was hoping to get the dragon rank through leveling up, but unfortunately I didn't beat the system update, which auto-completed the 2 combat achievements I basically had done. It was just now they auto-complete. Vengeance was the spell I wasn't able to cast for both of those combat achievements, but there's that. We now have the dragon rank. I still do want to max though, since I think maxing is super cool, and that'll get me another 600 points when I max, but there's the dragon rank. And after we complete this lap here, we have done it. We have achieved 99 agility after 7 hours of training agility, and also max the account. Here comes the XP drop. There we are, 99 agility and reach 2277 total for a master task and an elite task. And it's the first time I've ever maxed in RuneScape. Even if it is 16 times experience, I think it's still pretty special to me. So now I guess that's pretty much everything I wanted to achieve. I've achieved the dragon rank, and I've achieved maxing on the account. So I guess let's just go to the bank and take out everything that we've gotten throughout the series and call it there. I've pretty much pulled everything out of the bank that I figured was a big item or achievement that I got throughout the leagues, and let's just go and go through it all. We got the Serpentine Helmet from Zora, the Infernal Cape on our first try, even though we tanked the Zuck kit, the Amulet of Fury we made, which was like 400 points, 200 for buying the Onyx, 200 for making the Amulet. We got quite a few fangs. We have 1 fang there, another fang here, and then we have 4 noted fangs, so 6 fangs in total. Dragon Chain Body from KQ, plus the Ornament Kit from, I think, a Hard Clue Scroll. We got pretty lucky on the Dragonfire Shield, only 900 kill count at the Black Dragons. Dragon Plate Legs, just plenty of drops. Dragon Boots we got from the Spiritual Mages, plus the kit, I believe, from Hard Clues. And that's pretty much it for the armor. Voidwaker took a decent amount of time to get the first piece, but once we got the first, the second and third rolled in fast. Majorina 2 Cape, the full Infinity grind, that took quite a bit of time there. Go and throw that full set on, very nice. And we even got a recolor kit from one of the Hard Clues, I believe. We also got full crystal, so we got a really good mage, range, and melee set throughout the entire grind, and we went almost 2.5 times the rate on the Boa Ferrodin, but we did get it towards the end. We also got the Leaf Bladed Battle Axe, which is like my best in slot strength bonus, I think. I think Fang's better, but as like a minimum hit or something like that, so very cool to get both the Fang and the Leaf Bladed, plus the Voidwaker with the special attack relic is very, very cool. Going through them, we got the Blowpipe at Zora, pretty much exactly on drop rate, and at raids already counted whenever the Fang, but we didn't get too lucky as we got only three uniques within, I don't know how many purples, 13 purples approximately, and just 2 masks, 6 Fangs, and 4 light bearers is kind of underwhelming. And then when we went to Revs, we got the Webweaver Bow and the Accursed Scepter, but we did not get the Vigors even after hitting 5 Avarices, 3 Accursed Scepters, and 3 Crossbows. So very unfortunate there. Sire wasn't too bad. We did get like 3 jars, which I maybe should have put in the inventory, but we did get those. But eventually we finished the Abyssal Bludgeon, and we got 3 daggers as well, so a little unfortunate. From Elite Clues, I think it was our first or second Elite Clue, we got a Gilded Hasta, which is the only gilded piece I was unable to wear because I just don't have the region unlocked to wear it. And then finally at the Laron's chest, we did get pretty unlucky there, only getting 2 Dagonite tops and 70 or 80 Laron's keys opening, so that's a little unfortunate, but we achieved a lot this league, most importantly, getting a Dragon Cup and maxing, but unfortunately I can't actually wear the max cape. However, there is a trick, just using the transmog plugin, we can kind of simulate me having the max cape, though it doesn't really like me wearing my crystal helm, so that's a little better. But yeah, we did max this league. Now back on the main game, I heard the shop was reopened, and I also heard, even since these points are static this time instead of a percentage, like you don't have to get top 1%, you just have to get 56,000 points to get dragon rank, I can just go ahead and claim my trophies, I believe. Just take a dragon trophy, and there we go. The dragon trophy has been achieved, and finally wearing it for the first time on the main account. And I'll probably go for the dragon trophy next time. With just 21 days, we were able to get 56,890 points, and honestly, top 250, choosing the worst relics and regions that I possibly could. So next time, maybe I'll choose the best regions and see if I can go for rank 1, give some people like Solo Mission a challenge, because I genuinely do think I can achieve it if I'm able to get top 250 with worst relics and the worst areas. I genuinely want to see how far I can go if I choose the best relics and areas for points. Yeah, other than the trophies, you can kind of just buy like a bunch of cosmetic stuff here, which I will probably buy just the cosmetic like death scrolls and vengeance scrolls, but I'll probably do that later and figure out exactly what I want to spend my points on. But for now, I do appreciate you guys watching the entire series. It was a lot of fun making it. I put a lot of time within a very short amount, and we were able to achieve the big dragon trophy. Unfortunately though, I am not maxed on this account, and that's probably what my next goal will be, so stay tuned. I'll probably be working on that soon. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and I hope everyone watching has a great day, and I'll see you soon. Later.